and you're gonna type /cast charge, and then it's gonna start attack on the mob.
/cast space.
Yeah, space charge. Yeah, sorry.
Right.
And then when you press that, you're gonna start attack, like you're gonna start your auto attacks on the mob, and then you will charge, and you'll still be auto attacking when you charge.
And then you do that for all your moves, pretty much.
Yeah, you do that for literally every one of your spells. /start attack Thunder, /start attack Heroic Strike,
Thunder,
whatever.
Bloodthirst, Heroic Strike, Cleave, and then you can just drag them to each stance. You don't have to like recreate them.
That way, when you tab, you don't need Rage to use the ability that you're trying to click, and you'll automatically start attacking, and then you'll have the Rage faster.
Start attack changed my entire life.
You're welcome.
Yep, it's amazing. When I had, someone was like, "Oh, eventually you'll just put it on all of them." I was like, I'll see." First raid, I was like, "Why is it not on Cleave?" And then I'm fucking midway, like making the macro for Cleave, like, fuck.
Dude, that's like when I didn't have arcane missiles in my bar. I'm like, I'm never gonna fucking use this spell. And then Osirian goes arcane week, and I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Yeah.
That shit had me going, man. Somebody said they were like watching me they're watching my stream in the Discord, and I'm sitting here flipping through my fucking spell book, like looking for arcane missiles.
Anybody need this Overmaster?
Wait, have you killed this?
Overmaster.
Well, you pulled it now, so kill it.
I make sure.
I've got 2 warriors in front of me. Somebody taunt this bitch.
Taunt her, please.
2 scraps.
Lenny! Can we get a Discord, Lenny?
I think I'm gonna make my 41 Alliance Hunter a Skinner. That'll just be like how I level that bitch. Well, I get like all the fucking leather that I need.
It is nice to have something to do with those bodies laying everywhere.
Gotta get rid of them somehow.
Mm-hmm. Wasted leather if you don't. It actually pained me to farm ungrow soil from killing raptors. And I was like looking at all these dead bodies, just thinking to myself, fuck, dude. That's like 10 gold on the ground.
Walk around the world as a Skinner and just be rich.
Yeah, you're right. Just follow me.
You know, Died, if you wreck on this first arena, you'll have it for the last arena.
That's smart.
It's actually not true. We run arenas in like 2 minutes flat.
Oh. You need 15 arenas to make the last one.
I just want to see him press wreck.
Takes longer to run in there and run out than it does to the encounter.
Do it. What's crazy is after I get these ogre beads, I need to kill that dude in the middle of the arena. But I've got like 7 more beads to get, so it might not be today.
Is that dude hard?
But you got to do the challenge, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, fucking Quinn, dude.
That's fun.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the right moment. I don't want to rush it, but dude, it would boost my DPS. Yeah.
Left. Up the ramp to the left.
Who am I mailing this gun to?
Jaja's Herbs. Are you?
Shriners, we can move it into a different wall too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that now. We can move to group 2.
I just typed in looking for group chat.
Everybody who's in my BRD run, please move to group 2.
No, I don't want to.
Quinn's got an attitude today.
Yeah. There, day.
Yeah, I feel it.
Sometimes a good
like
day.
that.
I just sent him Groms and gold. He's chilling.
Yeah.
That'll be good in about 59 minutes when I get that mail.
Alright, I sent it.
Thanks, dude. I'm ready to pump.
Ooh, my tier 1 belt's on the auction house. Hello.
I knew somebody would need that one day.
Huge. Massive. So having this cat rake, 1.2 attack speed, is it realistic to have this character like all the way to 60?
The pet or
Yeah, the pet.
I mean, ideally in hardcore you go like a screech pet because it reduces damage, but I mean you can have 3 pets, so like you can keep them to 60 and then like have like a raid pet, right? If you really
At
wanted
60,
to.
you could just train an owl, so you don't really need to give a shit about like Screech.
Yeah, exactly.
But Screech does take threat up from more than one mob, so you don't have to fucking worry about like.
And y'all think
Screech
cats are
is
like
just really
have
good.
enough defense for leveling all the way? Like they're having enough armor and defense?
Would use a boar if you're just leveling.
That's
They
what
eat
I always
everything,
used,
they
and
charge,
everyone
they
was
get in
like,
combat right away.
so everyone always, I was always a boar guy, and you're the first person that's like, get a boar. Everyone's like, get a cat, get this, get an owl.
Yeah, they all have their little preferences, but
I
to
love
min-max,
I like
level,
charge,
use a
bro.
boar.
Bats and owls.
I love the charge because it's like soon as I send my pet, I can start shooting.
And it's not
True.
just a charge; it gives it like an extra
A root.
attack. So
It gives it like attack power, right?
like it hits, yeah, it hits him for like a harder hit when it hits the first target. But there's no AOE. That's why people use birds, because if you screech, then when you feign death, it'll just go to the fucking thing that screeched instead of maybe
Yeah.
just you getting up and then it seeing you again and walking back towards you because your pet didn't hit it. But birds don't get dash or whatever the fuck it is for birds until like level 30. Same with cats, so until then, like the boar's always better. Because you can get to the next mob faster.
I agree. It's the best. Finally, someone that feels the same as me.
I mean, that's like the warrior solving how much hit they need. That's just like, it's just a fact.
Damn.
Just get a gorilla.
There's people
I've
that
watched
level
that they're
gorillas.
not that good.
They eat too
I
much.
mean, they're not.
And where are you gonna find great moss?
Their cooldown is like, I think it's like a 2-minute cooldown, so that's kind of a downfall.
So what is it again? Like a AoE something?
Yeah, it's like an AoE stomp. It does like a little bit of damage. I think like 200 damage.
ZG bats are the best because they have 1.0 attack speed and
1.0.
they also have screech. Yeah.
When
But
do you
the
train?
problem is that they only eat fucking bananas.
What?
They only eat
That's
fruits.
shit.
They don't eat meat. They don't eat shit. So you have to keep going to this stupid ass vendor to buy fucking bananas.
Pain.
Oh,
Bananas.
I have a,
Banana.
well, I guess I have an owl, so
1.0 attack speed. That's insane.
I
yeah.
heard the corrupted raptor is really good.
Can't you get a core hound or something? Or is that later on?
That was next. That was like later on.
TBC.
Yeah, it's
TBC
like
or something, right?
retail or some shit.
Mm. When they just started doing any willy-nilly thing. Oh, you can have Ragnaros as your pet. Six more beads. We're getting close, baby. Ooh.
Old Schmander's missing out on all his greater firepowers on the auction house.
Do you think that's air you're breathing right now? This ogre, I just kept him stun locked.
Dude, I'm out here leveling while farming my charms for the fucking whirlwind axe, dude.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Some min-max shit.
What you need is the byproduct of what you're doing.
That's right.
Heck, how often do you fish night fin? Ever?
During the night, probably. I don't know.
Or
No, just-
Feralis, those waters by the flight path, like you're going to DMT.
Yeah.
Well, I do see people fishing there.
Good rate too.
Hey Quinn, Billy almost drowned today. Just wanted
What?
to let you know that.
What did he do? Did he go AFK or some shit?
No, he fucking Swamp of Sorrows, probably doing the little quest for ST.
Little
you know?
artifact things.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he said his like his noggin fogger wore off and he didn't know.
oh god.
I'm just like, Billy, you just like can't die, bro.
It's our raid lead, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
No pressure, no stress.
We look up to that guy sometimes.
He tells me when I need to get out of melee range when we're doing it in rag. We need him.
I'm trying to whisper people on the phone, ignoring them instead. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Meatball, how do you know Dragon Dick?
I feel he used to raid like only very
No,
temporarily.
that guy's a griefer.
Yeah, and I swear that like 10 people told me he was a griefer.
He's a griefer, yeah.
I feel like I
just
never
fucking-
invited him back then, and then all of a sudden he just pops up, and I'm like,
Yeah, he's ready
I
to
didn't even invite him
he's
to the
ready to
guild.
see some blood shed. That's what it is, dude.
Yeah, he's getting fucking bored, right? Like that's what I thought. And so somebody else invited him to the guild because they didn't know. So I insta G kicked him, and then he's like, "Meatball" on the fucking chat, bro. I'm like, oh god.
I just
Did you
banned him
guys-
from the Discord,
Did you
dude.
guys
As soon as I
talk to
saw
him
his
yesterday?
name.
You like brought him in and you was like having a little chat with him last night in Discord, and I was like, oh god.
Yeah,
Is that the same guy you guys
That
think
guy
of?
is
He's actual-
100% a griefer, yeah.
yeah, it
Oh,
didn't
God.
sound too promising, honestly. Like, I don't want people to group with him, honestly. I try to
Did
like
you
put a
kick him
message
out of
in
the guild
guild
again, or
chat.
what?
Oh yeah, I insta kicked him. I didn't kick him from the Discord though.
That's the same guy who pulled the whole top of the arena with like Rag and Stokes. I don't know if y'all remember that, like a while ago.
Oh,
Same
that's
exact
where I
guy.
remember the name. Okay.
And like just didn't vanish, didn't petri, nothing. Just fucking jumped down to them.
We got 23 people online. Let's go to Silithus and do a Lord.
Be right there.
Okay.
You need 40 for a Lord, bro.
We don't. 20.
No, we did 20 last time, right? Or was that a 40?
No, 20.
No, it was a 40.
No, I've done
No,
Lords
we're dead.
many times. You need 5 healers, 1 tank, and DPS.
It's got like 600k health.
I could have sworn we did it with like 20 some people and it just
And
took a
some of
fat
them,
minute.
I mean, some of them they do like AoE poison. They'll drop your raid to like 50% pretty quick.
Ouch.
I don't think I've ever done them with more than.
And like TL, they always did it in 40 man. Don't be weird, we did it in 40 man.
You're talking about the Lords and Silithus, right?
Yeah,
Like the
The-
Rock guy and the.
yeah.
That's overkill, but I mean, we could do it in a 40 if people are scared. But we used to do 20 people.
Meatball's just feeding in for a new leveling party.
No, hell no. That is the opposite of what I've
I
been
I mean I saw like how much damage they were doing, and I was pretty shocked. So
There's the one of them. The AOE could be outranged by. The problem is that if the melee don't know to just go out and like bandage if they get low, like maybe, and that's probably like not what they know how to do anyway. But the fire guy, he popped
I
a
mean
fire
the
pot.
one we got was the stone dude, and he did like the AOE poison and shit, and like I remember that because Maddox's character was there and like damn near died because he wasn't in the raid.
Wait, there was 41 people, and y'all were
Well,
having
Maddox was there trying to trade mats over and shit, and like do all this other shit that he didn't even need to do. But so he had both his characters there and was like tabbed out on one. And
I
he
remember
was,
we once did it with 5 healers, 20 people, and we invited a random shadow priest to be our 5th healer.
I mean, I'm sure it can be done. And
We had a feral druid as one of our healers, a shadow priest, and like 3 healers.
You are healer now.
Pretty much. We're like, we're doing this. We don't care. We got the people. Let's fucking kill these lords. Our tanks were super juiced though. I think they were in like most of the time our tanks were like T3 tanks.
Oh, I'm dead.
Just have to make sure you clear the whole zone when you can kill the boss by the time that the respawns would happen. Because if you can't do that, then they're kind of danger.
I am a 10,000 rep into Revered Cenarian Circle. Very excited about that.
nice. It's pretty good.
So close, man. They're gonna be like, "Who's this dagger rogue that just joined our raid named a clone? What's that in his hands?" It's gonna be a good day.
Oh, they're gonna be like, "What's that trinket he's got on?"
Yeah. What was that sound?
Gotta figure out the non-parry hasting. So we gotta get figured out.
Looks
Hell
like
yeah.
so does Don't Be Weird on some of their next fights, dude.
Who?
Don't Be Weird.
I watched him
said
kill Hygen
soda?
last night.
On some of their next fights, Don't Be Weird.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
last
my
night.
pet did one fight. My accident.
Yeah. Big spider
Oh,
walked
the-
in.
for
Parry
parry
Haze's
haste?
Len, yeah. With
Yeah,
like
there was
13k
like 5
damage.
people.
That fight, like, nobody should engage until the Maxina's turn around.
It was my fucking pet dive, is what it was. My pet dive caught up to the boss before he did. I mean, I think we hit like connected at the same time, but yeah, it parry hasted him. He did almost die in the opener.
He last stood like right away.
Yeah.
Never pull a steal.
Yeah. There's a clip of him fucking
I mean, in Max bosses, that's something
BT
you
and
do have
BT
to
in the
do.
opener, and he died. He fell over.
Before the boss even gets hit by the main tank, our fucking DPS warrior fucking hits my accident. And it's not the
Oh,
fact that he
dude.
died instantly, it's the fact that he blamed the tank for not having the threat yet. It's like, brother, we got a clip, and in the
Easy
clip, you
open.
were charging ahead of the tank and hitting the fucking boss
Yeah.
before he even gets to him. And he's like,
Yeah.
no, it can't be my fault. It can't be my fault.
Bro, we got you
For
a 4K.
For months, he would
Yeah.
argue and die on the hill that it was not his fault that he died on fucking my accident, bro. It's so funny.
Yeah.
How to become a guild meme instantly.
I mean, we had when I was talking about Thrax, like he's the one who got double trampled, cleaved off of the AQ20 opener because the off tank didn't fucking taunt the other mob, and he ended up fucking pulling threat.
dums be dum-dums.
We didn't, so like fucking. Apparently nobody cares to. Could be the problem we're gonna have.
The comedian Bill Burr talks about the general population and how they're animals. Says he sat in an airport and watched this lady like wolf down like 4 breakfast sandwiches from McDonald's and then wipe her mouth with the bag, you know. And I'm like, I'm sure some of these animals make it into World of Warcraft. I'm sure of it.
There's a 20-80 like split in humanity.
Yeah, at least that. Yep. Something wrong with the other part, the bigger part.
Maybe not that the 80% is like necessarily retarded, but they just don't get what the 20% do, and then the 20% just confuse them even more, and which confuses the 20% because the 80% is confused, and then just like it just everything breaks down, and it doesn't get as good as it can ever get.
I see that just within my job. I mean, working with computers, like nobody understands computers except for computer people, you know, and they want you to explain, and you're like, you don't really want me to explain. Trust me. You don't want to know ones and zeros.
Something as basic as like waiting on tables, bro. Like, you'd be surprised how many people can't even fucking like take an order properly. This is not that difficult.
Yeah. And it's funny because a good waiter goes a long way. Like they are clearly good at what they do.
I've been serving tables my whole life. Like, I trained so many people, but like you could tell when you're like teaching people. Also, I used to teach people how to swim all the time too. Like you could tell like this person knows what they're doing from the beginning. This person will never know.
Huh.
Yeah, waiters out here make fucking over 100K a year in my city, my town.
Bro, all you got to do is find the right spot. Like that's all you got to do. If you're a good waiter and you're not in the right spot, then you're doing something like wrong just because you're being like lazy not to look. But waiting is a good job for sure. And they raised minimum wage, like so like people don't even know. Waiters make like normal fucking pay, and then they get tips now. So it's like even
nice.
If you don't have fucking tables, you're making fucking money.
That's what I'm talking about.
And if they do the no tax on tips, bro, waiter's gonna be like the best. Like, why the fuck are you gonna go to school to be?
Yeah, time to switch careers. I mean, I'm already burned out on my own career. Like, I'm ready to do something like that. Like, I'm done with.
I mean, it's a good side gig because you can go to a restaurant and be like, "Yo, like I'll work 2 days a week. I'll work the 2 busy shifts a week.
Work
and then
Friday, Saturday.
Those busy days, like that's it.
Hell
You
yeah.
crank out a 10-hour shift on a Friday night, and you'll pocket like a fat amount. You're like, all right, I'm good.
I'm good. See you next week. Fuck yeah.
100%. I hate the industry, but fuck, it pays so well. I'm stuck here.
Yeah.
I just
You're
have
not
to.
stuck there. You just gotta do
I'm
something
not.
else.
It's just so easy because I can travel wherever I want and just find a job in this industry.
Yeah. You got it on your resume. You're good at it. You already know what you're doing in most places. So you can just kind of walk in and get a job anywhere.
Yep.
Changing careers. Fuck it.
Fuck yeah, man.
No balls.
It's time. Time to let the fucking corporate poop heads, you know, reap their own reward, which is poor decision making. It's like, hey, we can have half the amount of people that we're paying work twice as hard, and we can save and pocket all that money. And I was one of those people working twice as hard, and I was like, fuck this.
After COVID, that happened for every industry.
Yeah, see? That's what I'm talking about. It was bad. And everybody just was like, well, I can't get fired. I got to keep making my bills. So they were kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Dude, I'm getting greens right now, dude. 2 greens.
I worked at cut like 30% of their staff after COVID, and they still had everything. Like after we reopened, it was just as busy as before, probably busier. And
they didn't hire the replacements.
Okay. Which, as a server, is not that bad, but other places, like they were pitching.
Yeah.
Server just means you get more tables. Fuck it. Like I'll work a little bit harder and clock out when my 8 hours are up. Just have more tables. Fuck it. But like,
Well, as a server too, like you could stay an extra 2 hours and get like fucking 6, 7 extra tables, right? Like. all that extra overtime.
Yeah, you only want to work Friday, Saturday, Sunday though. That's it.
I mean, at the casino is always popping, but yeah, like most restaurants, you just want to work like the busy days for sure.
Yeah, because if not, you just
Like,
fucking
you don't
wasting
want
your
to just be
time.
like, I'm gonna get a job at Denny's and I'm gonna work Monday during the afternoon. It's like, you're an
Yeah,
idiot.
it's like, all right, dude.
Hey man,
You pick this, it's your fault.
I'll work that Monday brunch. Get all the old people.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sunday church rush.
Yeah,
is
just
probably my
clock out
least
at
favorite
fucking
thing.
clock out at 9 a.m. Call it a day after they're all gone.
Yeah.
Can't even tell you how many times I got tipped on like Sundays after church. People would come in, and they would just, instead of like tipping cash, maybe like a little cash, and then they hand me like some gospel related, and I'm like, I will kill myself right now if you hand me that card. Like, Jesus, and I'm like, I'm gonna smack you. That's not Jesus
No, you
won't pay
gotta
my bills
keep
right
it.
now, bro.
That's
No,
right.
You keep it and you hand them like 2 after they hand you 1. Every time.
Just be like, no, you.
Yeah,
Oh, I
it's
have
actually
this, I have
crazy.
this,
The
you
last
know?
time, like, besides the people that go like door to door, I had some lady, I aired up her tire, 'cause she drove it on flat, and I had the bay door because it was fucking winter time. I had the bay door halfway open, so I just duck under, and I fucking do that real quick. And she's trying to hand it to me. I'm like, oh no, I'm good. I don't go to church or nothing. And as I go to like bend back over underneath the door, I fucking rail it right on my fucking head. And I know she was just sitting there giggling like, you should have taken the card, bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's your
Could've saved you.
karma.
That's some
right?
bullshit, because now she's got a
like,
false
if
reality.
you would have taken this card, it would have saved you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was just like, God damn it.
God damn it. Yeah. That's some bullshit. I would have felt that sort of way
I was
too.
like, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I fucked up. Fucking Lando, bro.
What?
Grinding, bro. Grinding.
Fucking 7 levels today, dude.
You
Should've-
just hit 27?
No, I'm halfway.
Like, I'll send you all the leftover immolation oils that I got, and we can fucking bust out,
Dude, I had like fucking 5 people tell me they would tag me. That shit ain't gonna happen.
No, what I was gonna say is I bust out at like a couple hours at the spot. Like once you got your NG and shit, we just go
Yeah.
fucking get all
I'm
those.
literally 1 NG right now.
No. I'm saying when you hit 35, and we go to Duskwall, hit those fucking Murlocs.
Murlocs, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only place that I would do, because like I tried it earlier level, and like I would grenade and then Holy Nova spam, and it was just faster to quest, like especially like where you're at in fucking Hillsbrad and shit, right?
If you have like a healer and like I had Maddock and Meows follow me like last like level 27 I was at, or 28, whatever. And I got 30 in like a fucking hour just killing the mine in Hillsbrad.
Yeah, like if like I just like what I did is I just grouped it up myself. I just fucking charged, demoed, freaking ran to the next bag, demoed, fucking went to Berserker Rage, fucking D-stance, and just sat there and fucking tanked it with the MO oil.
So you can use that at any level,
But
and it does the same amount of damage. So
It's
early
31.
level. Oh, I see.
The immolation oil is 31. But yes, it uses the same way. The only way that you actually end up having more damage with is if you use a greater arcane elixir, and then you also do a greater fire protection pot, which is higher level.
Hmm.
So it's
You mean
kind of like
firepower?
defeats the person. Yeah, firepower. Sorry.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Firepower. What
So
about
you're trying
arcane?
to increase your fire.
Yeah, greater arcane.
The greater arcane, which is base spell power, is the only one, right?
Oh, I see.
So, yeah. But at that point, like, how much gold are you spending just to speed up your leveling process? Like, fucking 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And outside of oil, like, immolation oils that are just being, like, passed around, like, however many that I have left over, like they're just already crafted. They're they're free. Give it back to the person. Like I tried to solo the pirates, and it's just not a benefit. Like the kill time is so much slower. It just doesn't make any sense to do that. You need
There's some
a
fucking
puller.
feral killing my charm guys out here.
Are you killing to get your own charms, or did you already buy them?
Yeah. No, I'm just killing them while leveling.
You know, you will be a cool person if you get the mace and just tell everybody to fuck min-max them like I did.
I'm not getting the mace.
If anything, you just get the fucking sword, right?
No, I'm an orc. I'm gonna get the axe, bro.
Yeah.
Like a normal warrior.
Oh, you didn't decide to go back with another Tauren, huh?
Orc's piss.
No.
I don't understand why anyone plays anything but orc.
I missed that Blood Fury. It's like fucking a 5% DPS increase.
Wow.
And a 50% healing decrease.
I mean, yeah. We ain't gonna talk about that part.
And we also, what happened last time Lando had a healing decrease.
It's true.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, never mind.
The Chromag one.
The Chromag, yeah. I thought you were talking about from his orc, and I was like, bro, like what?
I probably died with
I
that up
wouldn't
too,
have
though.
saved his fucking cloak list.
I'm pretty sure I had Blood Fury up when I fucking got Shadow Flamed anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Just meant you would have
But
survived.
there's no way I was fucking living that, dude. I had no shield wall.
Did you see that? Even for Peekaboo, who was ice blocked, the last tick was 20,000 damage.
Yeah, it kills you off.
So
If shield wall, that's like what, like
I don't think shield wall
4K
negates.
damage. It does. 100%.
I don't think it
If you
does.
can show me a clip of somebody living with shield wall, I'll believe it. But until then, I don't think shield wall. Fucking.
You can. There was
Anybody live from that shit.
Argos, I think, said actually he lived from that your shield wall. And he's also died of the same thing too. We're forgetting the cloak.
I hit with it twice.
And he's always like died and lived. Like, dude, he's had so many fucking characters.
Because my thing is, like, if you don't die instantly, you usually die the next tick or the next melee hit, right? Like, to survive, if you're tanking, right, is absolutely insane. Like,
I mean, yeah,
with
like Juan
with
got
Drex
hit
and
by
all of
it.
his gear, it was 1-0. It was done.
Like Juan got hit by it. I mean, he had like pretty much full bits. I mean, he had Thunder Fury, THC, all that shit. So he's probably like full Dreadnought and whatnot. But he lived all the way till the last tick and didn't have shield wall, so he couldn't live the last one. It's like a shitload of damage though.
I mean, the way that I look at it is if you last, like, even if you last stand and you were able to, like, re-pop a shadow protection potion, right? You're, like, I mean, if shield wall does negate it, like, that's
does,
rather
yeah.
huge, so.
I guess I'll
But
last
90% of the time you use Wreck on Veil, right? Like all the time. That's what you do. So you never have it up for that.
Yeah, just,
What do you use on Veil?
wreck.
Oh.
So no shield wall.
did I get the pristine one yet? Oh.
Does the tank
Why is
wreck?
this-
Yeah.
So typically, like, once you have the gear and the tank can swap and take the increased damage, then yes, right? But go look at their kill times, and their kill times are like fucking sub 20 seconds. Like,
Yeah, one bomb goes out and they're fucking done.
yeah. I mean, it's the same as it was on Alliance, right? Like, we got one bomb and it was gone. So. But yeah, if your healing core is really strong, right? Then yeah. But like, I guarantee you, Quinn can attest that he was not gonna fucking
would've
wreck
died
with the
Pod
last
Wreck.
healing core.
I think this time I could probably do it, but I also didn't Blood Fury either, because that healing, like, no.
No,
Didn't
you
do
don't
shit.
want to blood fury that at all.
Nope.
No, there's no way. You would have died if you blood fury.
But also
He
wrecked
almost
this
died
time.
with nothing.
You were at like 10%, dude.
I got
Even before
slapped.
everything went to shit.
He like that's the thing. Quinn didn't even shield wall any of that, right?
You need like I think that people didn't even get briefed on like that they're not going to run out of mana. Like they need
But
to
they
fucking
need to heal
spam
tank
fucking their
only.
highest fucking.
But I would say this though, and this could be something to talk to Argos about, like just so maybe understanding, is if you shield wall and go to battle stance for execute phase, like, you know.
I think the threat would just be too shitty. You'd have to wreck. Just
You
counter
have-
everyone else's wreck.
Well, they're wrecking the opener. You're wrecking, like you're saving it for the end. But I'm saying if you're battle stance executing, you're generating more threat than they're berserking, minus the crit, right? So as
I
long
think
as
this
you're
time I'm just gonna wreck the opener and destance it. Just have a probably have melee going after like 3 seconds or so, or at least going slow, and then should be fine after a few seconds. Just because the Defiance.
I think the not even going slow. I think just having everybody open, right, and
Open
as you're
gently,
sending,
probably.
like everybody else is sending. So, because they have to pass you by 110%.
And they're also gonna live if they do so.
But that's I mean, because if you don't, like, if everybody waits to pop wreck and they get like 2-3 seconds when you don't have wreck up, and they fucking catch that window. So, I don't know. We can see when we get there. It all just depends on the gear.
What percent does Veil start at? 30?
34, 35, I thought. I'd have to look. I can't remember.
So you save wreck for the full execute phase too. So like they can hold off for a couple seconds, and then I establish, and then threat's good, and they can just send their 6k crits.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Yeah, you'll like as a tank, you'll pre-wreck, pre-death wish, pre-deflask,
Yeah.
you know, and then switch D-stance, MRP before all that before the fight starts.
Yeah.
probably like.
In DPS, yeah, like they should hold wreck until like I mean like right before execute phase probably.
Yeah.
I
they
think
get
the last thing you do
20%.
is you wreck, swap, and MRP.
Yeah.
But you have
Yeah,
your
you'll
deflask
deflask, death wish,
That's
and then
like
you'll
Zerg
wreck like 2
Rage,
seconds before or 3 seconds.
Zerg Rage, Blood Rage, Death Wish, and then wreck swap. then
You
medium
can't.
swap.
I wouldn't greed
never mind.
I wouldn't greed the Zerg Rage, blood rage, because you'll have 60 rage from MRP.
I mean, it's just to have the Death Wish like open, and then I can just swap B, D stance, and then last thing I need to do is just MRP just for the strength.
Yeah, true.
But
Like,
but
it's all
before
gonna
we
happen
The
after
rage
fight,
you get
so-
is what's important, because if you can't
Yeah.
BT right off the rip, it kind of sucks.
Right. Yeah. 100%. I'll
The,
have rage before she's giving me rage.
the first time that we do it, we would talk before we even kill those techies, so that way we could talk about it, and then go
We're doing
in,
a VOD
kill
night
the
for
tech.
sure, too.
Right, but I'm saying kill the techs, right? So you have rage, and we start the boss, right?
Yeah, if everyone knows where they're going, can use that for rage while the boss is RPing. Speed it up a little bit. It's just like 40 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, and you can blood rage to keep your rage up, right? And then
But the problem is I
as
still
soon
have to
as-
swap stances, so rage doesn't
Well, that's what I mean, though.
necessarily
You're
matter.
talking about using it for your bloodthirst, right? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, like MRP will
Or
be your
Death
only
Wish, sorry.
source of like rage, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just if I would want to have my first ability be in D stance though.
Yeah,
No,
100%.
no, no.
So
I'm not saying to not be. I'm saying you're saving your blood rage.
Have you ever like pre-wrecked a
After.
boss like Panther or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pre-rec a lot.
It's like it's a pretty easy like rotation, yeah.
I just don't
Did
have rage going into it because that's normally
Get the
like
perfect
you get the swap. So Fury Prot, you're gonna lose it every single time.
Well,
Rather
yeah,
than
you'll
MRP.
wreck D stance and then MRP and D stance.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much same thing. You just don't want to use like, you try not to like clutter like exactly like how much things you're doing. Just limit it down.
It sounds like a lot, but it's not. Like it's literally the basic warrior rotation.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
But
Are there any
actually,
warrior cooldowns that go away when you switch stances? Like if you pop shield wall and then switch stances, it doesn't go away, right?
no.
It only goes away if you take your shield off, I think, is what it is.
No, it doesn't even do that. It stays on.
Are you sure?
Mm.
Because
I'm
I
pretty
thought it
sure
said
it takes it
require
off.
shield, like it would cancel it.
Question maybe to start it, but maybe not to.
Yeah, it requires
I don't
it
have
that,
shield
but
wall or
once
out
you
of chat
have
right
it,
now.
yeah, it doesn't like.
I'm on my mage. Fuck it, I'll log over and try it right now.
I'm pretty sure it cancels it, or it won't even let you take it off. I can't remember.
I'm
Is this
pretty
paper
sure you
will?
can.
Paper jam?
Yeah,
Yeah.
paper jam.
So you
Yeah,
can
do your-
swap stances, and yeah, you can put your weapon back on.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying
100%
like in
damage
a
reduced by
situation.
75% for 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's why I was
Cool.
saying like you could do that, go to battle, and you can execute the remaining phase, right? So you're taking 75% reduction, and you're just slamming executes with the boys.
Yeah, at that point, just go Zerg and get that crit out of it. Damage isn't the problem, but I'm feeling like the heals
You
are gonna
could.
be focused this time, just max healing me. So
I just
Yeah,
in that
it should be.
situation, I probably wouldn't add any additional like into that. You know what I'm saying? That's all like, because that's
I'm
what
going
Drex would always do.
fucking-
He'd go battle stance and start executing, because you have more threat in battle stance than berserker stance. If you go Zerk, even if you get like one crit, like you generate more threat in battle stance. Na 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 na.
Goodbye.
There we go.
It's like you're gonna die, but it's alright.
It's alright. It's totally safe.
Bro, as long as if you see mobs there, you just freaking wait it out or run the other way. Like, dude, at that point, you might as well just summon him, right? Or have a freaking.
oh, the rite of passage, you have to do it.
What do you mean?
It's a rite of passage, dude. I gotta do it.
You gotta run across for it.
You should
I'm
just
gonna
get
take
an orc
off all my
summon.
gear.
It'll save you so much time. And the orc walk to crossroads is perfectly fine.
That's what I was saying. Just org summon and then fucking run. Want to buy some 60s for carry for Diamond Flask?
You can't go in. Oh, are you talking killing the
I
shit
didn't say-
outside?
Yeah, killing all the fucking servants and shit.
Dude, I dual boxed out of my hunter, and fucking that shit got dicey when I pulled that fucking fell hunter in there.
The elite?
Fuck yeah. He killed my pet. It was fucking me hitting the fell hunter on my hunter, and I was like, this is not ideal.
Dang.
Were you trying to kill it, or did you accidentally pull it?
I accidentally pulled it with a multi
Say, I thought that thing was fucking huge.
Yeah, it's fucking massive.
The question is, wasn't there a quest to kill the giants over by Twin Colossals, or am I fucking retarded?
The giants?
Option number 2.
A little slow, but maybe not retarded.
The only quest I have left in Paralysis is the northern one for the harpies, and then the heart. Everything else is done. I have to do a Jara? No.
Oh yeah, this is a good idea. Get summoned to org, do all the RFC quests, then go to the Barrens.
We are killing these ogres, man. I don't mind this grind because they're dropping so much rune cloth. It makes me happy, even though I'm not getting beads.
You just soloing them out there?
Yes, sir. It's not
I
bad.
hated doing that.
Yeah.
Try to solo it. I had the 3 of us doing it for a good 2 hours, and I think we got like 4.
Yeah.
Like, oh, God.
Yeah. I can kill about one every
We were just
minute.
enjoying each other's company, but fuck,
Yeah.
it was not efficient.
You know, it's funny. I won DMT tribute, and I had half of the beads I needed. So like, I know I'll get them eventually, but
LBRS too.
yeah, if I don't have them, I'll definitely get them by an L burst tonight.
Just run a DMT for early buffs too.
Yep, I'll be down 100%. Basically, every time I hit one of these Gordok enforcers, I'm either popping Adrenaline Rush or Evasion to get through it. One of those two needs to be up. The mages are easy. Those are just kick and stun.
I love killing caster classes as a melee.
Yeah.
They die so much faster.
They really do.
The only thing I like about being able to range a caster is like you're like, oh, you want to stand there and shoot me instead of coming at me? It's like, fine, I'll kill you faster from range. That's my druid talking. It's like, oh, I could just sit here and freaking Wrath of Nature this motherfucker. He doesn't have to move an inch.
Is Gank running that full fucking BRD?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, I thought they were just
Poor
doing.
guy logged in there like, you're you're tanking for us. He's like, oh, BFD. Like,
BRD.
Yeah, I think he probably wants arenas, but probably held them hostage for more.
Yeah.
It's always how it goes.
One-
Like, we're just
one
gonna do
to
5
the
arenas.
7
And we're gonna
dwarves.
we're gonna also just kill the rock guy, and then we're just gonna kill the guy that drops the fucking recipe, the fire dude.
wait, now we need an Oni attune or MC attune.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Alright, fuck it, we're just going to Amp. We're getting Hodge. We're getting
Go
Hodge.
Emp on the last one. Oh, hey, the reset's up. You guys want to do some more? Nope.
You know, for
Alright,
me,
we're
it
going
was
to
the one
LDRS after
time.
this.
Dude, I did like 6 Hodge runs, just like back to back to back. Oh my god, it was fucking miserable.
Yeah.
You kind of just get chained into that shit. Like once you're just there, it's like fuck.
It's
I
an
know better
endless
than to
rabbit hole. Once you're looking for
sign up
something
for
and like
those.
you just don't get it.
Yeah.
Because you know people are gonna be like, hey, while we're doing arenas, let's do like reset the rock guy out there. I'm like, okay, that's another 6 minutes added on each run, so
It adds up
that's
quick.
another half hour. I'm like, bro,
It
So
was
here,
such a
2.5
nerf when they
hours.
changed the log out like on the lamp thing for Hodge runs. Like it's so fucking dumb that they fucking fixed it.
Gato Silk Poachers.
Do you
5.
are you trying to do a dire maul right now, Declone, or are you just out there
I'm
killing stuff?
I'm just killing stuff. I mean, I wouldn't turn it down, but I'm not really asking for one.
Well, no, I was just asking what you were doing.
Oh yeah, I'm just killing these enforcers.
Is everybody like fully buffed, or is like do we have to drop buffs?
I'm
Oh,
gonna
not for
tell
Saturday.
you that Corpse hasn't been on in like 3 days, so I guarantee you he doesn't have buffs.
He gets a red drop, that's it.
What about Oni? Are we dropping Oni head?
For Monday,
For-
yeah.
20?
No, for
Not,
our
nothing,
44.
nothing for 20s, no.
I'm down to send a rend for 20s if someone needs the attune, but
No, we don't need to send
don't-
anything for this
don't need
20s.
I did ask Corpse if he wants Zami in his group,
Mhm.
him and Tuscan for HP, or if they want the crit. Figured I'd let them decide.
I'm
getting
trying to
second
figure
crit.
out who's because right now like Plato's on the fence, Pooter's on the fence, and
Fence of
we
what?
have the signups. Like they're tentative, and
Oh, for the Monday roster.
yeah, no, for Saturday. So I'm just trying to like
Yeah,
we
some
have
people on that side.
correct, but I'm saying with we only have Shamaners and Died, who's feral for decurses, right? So if Plato comes in, then that's a non-shifting decurse, right? So that's better. We have 3 warlocks, which is 2 is probably ample. We have plenty of priests, like you know what I mean. So I'm just
We
looking
need
at
to find
overall.
another resto druid if we're gonna do 2 sports.
No, we just need like Rag just
Or
took
more
himself off
mages.
today, right? Because he's leaving. So we went from 2 mages down to 1. So like, how do you accommodate that? Like, just got to make sure that we have everything in play. So. And we have enough melee, so does that mean that I need to talk to if Trudy's gonna let me go shaman so we get an extra wind fury or what? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, we barely had any melee last run, and that shit was smoother than the fucking melee
I'm telling you,
runs.
you guys are so hyper focused on comps, especially in DMF week. Like we had one mage, we had like no fucking mana burns, dude. It was the smoothest raid.
You
Yeah,
had
as
mana
long as
burns,
you,
bro.
like,
You had
we
2
run that
hunters,
same game
1
last
lock,
week.
and
Yeah, we had one priest, one lock, one
two priests. You didn't...
oh, 2 priests.
Actually,
Whatever
yeah,
it was.
because you.
Boss was 200, like
Well, did
10% mana the whole time.
did Jaw? You did Moem and then dip for Aussie, right?
Yeah.
That was the thing. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like for Moem, like if you increase the damage throughput for little mana burn that you have, right? So I'm just waiting on a couple of answers from people that I've messaged to see exactly how we have it set. 5 on grows samples. Okay, I gotta come back for that anyway, so care about that quest.
Funny enough, I confirmed that Crusader does stack.
Like 2 of them?
Yep.
How have you not asked this question months ago?
I assumed and made an ass out of myself, I think is what happened. I somehow got bad information or assumed, and I just never asked the question because of that. And then I just happened to look up. I was like, oh, 2 Crusaders active, huh? And I watched my...
You can technically, if you're weapon cycling, you can do is like if you get a proc, it's per weapon base. So technically, you could end up getting like 3 or 4 technically, but...
Dude, that's gaming.
That's insane. So you
Yeah.
can have 2 sets of the same weapons and then just swap.
You can tell that it's
no,
like
because it's based off of spell. It's based off of ID. So if you have the same weapon, it's not
How do
gonna.
you know
it's not
that
going
random
to.
shit?
Because you can put a
Big nerd.
2-hander. You can put a 2-hander mixed to your whirlwind, and if you whirlwind with a 2-hander, 1 you do more damage, but 2 you could proc a 3rd Crusader.
Bro, I
But
need
you can
double
see
thunder
if
fury
you
now?
if you hear the noise, like the Crusader proc noise, and look up every time, you'll see sometimes it'll like proc a couple times off of just like the main hand because you only have 1 Crusader.
Mhm.
Other times you'll hear it like go proc and then it's 2 at like the exact same time.
Yeah.
So it's you can
And
still
guess
throw a
what?
weapon.
You know what scales with AP? Strength. And you know what Blood Fury does? It increases all that shit.
Mm.
I mean, Blood Fury is 50%, or it's based off of your base weapon damage, right? With
No, base melee
Base
AP.
stats.
Yeah, so if strength scales your AP, and then you pop Blood Fury, fucking... If you have double
yeah.
Crusader proc, then Blood Fury, like, you're cranking.
How much
Yeah.
attack power does it give you?
It's 25% of your
25%.
base melee AP, so... Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good bit, like, cause you get, like, up to, like, 2k AP and shit. Like, I mean, with a lot of gear, but...
I mean, just walking around, like, in decent 20-man gear with weapons, you're at, like, 1200 already.
Yeah. So if you do the math, it's pretty crazy.
And you're unbooned. Like, you unboon, you
Yeah.
got freaking Crusader procs, you got fucking shit rolling. Yeah.
Fucking, yeah, D-Flask up, it's even more strength. Like, all that shit adds up.
Having, for orcs, too, like, that's why Cloud Keepers is really big, too. The on-use for certain bosses. It's the only way you're gonna get extra
Yeah,
AP.
true.
That's why when we were talking about everything, John, like having 8 strength to your like helm or legs, like, and then just even baby enchants, right? In comparison, it's huge.
Did you already do that log review? You were gonna do today?
No, so far the only person that logged in was Lando, and I don't need a log review Lando. Like,
Yeah, my bad.
obviously, I was just
working before.
away doing some stuff, but I mean, the thing is, I've been on pretty much all day, and the only person that actually said anything earlier was Tomzel, and I'm like, I can't do anything for Thompson because
I'm just gonna die in a Makara before he's 60.
that's
Hey, bro,
that's
he's still
probably right.
here. All right.
Oh, I'm not.
But I mean,
I
we
saw
could go
you in the
over.
final shot.
We could
Discord,
go over
openly
rogue. We could
challenging
go
our
over
whole
warrior.
guild.
Like, we could go over like positioning. We can understand like where we could do better. Like, ideally, all of our melee classes. If you take our last couple of 20-mans and even like the MC, like everybody can improve. This game and the world bus heavily push melee to the top of the leaderboards. So if you're a melee and you have Dalrend or basically 20-man loot, you should no mage or warlock of equal caliber loot should beat you, hands down.
No hunter or rogue either.
No, that's what I'm saying. Rogues and warriors should be the top of the list. The only reason you're gonna have a mage or a warlock beat you is because they outgear you, or the mages fire and they have the ignite.
Yeah, a frost
And
mage
we
could never.
We don't have an ignite mage, so that's out of the question. The only
Yeah.
warlock that's gonna out pump everybody is Jaxer, because that's how he wants to play his character, and we're not gonna really tell him anything different because he's got the gear and he can pump.
Anyway.
Right. But as far as like our standard warrior core, like we got people over sundering, we got people not standing in correct positioning,
Standing in front of the boss.
Yeah,
I don't
parry
even want to look
hasting
at
the
parry
boss,
hasting boss, but I hear that shit. I hear a lot of parries, and I know they're not on me.
cooldown usage, like all of these things, right?
Yeah, I'm down. I don't really know anything about positioning as a warrior.
I mean, you're DPS, so you're standing behind the boss, or you're standing off to the side of the boss, right?
Then I'm good there.
The primary thing is like on bosses where there's multiple tanks, right? All of those tanks have to work in coordination to stand on the same side as the main tank, so nobody's griefing anybody.
Okay.
But yeah, let me
It's something
get up here
that
real quick.
it's something to get used to, like early, like, because obviously it's more deadly the farther you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's practice now.
Yeah, so like if you can practice not hitting the boss till you're behind it and shit, like, and just preventing it in general, it's nice.
Meatball just learned there's a parry sound for melee classes. He's like, you hear it? And I'm like, yeah.
I didn't know you could hear it either.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Open link and new tab, and open link and new tab. This should be December 17th. Yes, okay. And then is this one back forward to an MC? Okay. So I'm back in org, so we're fine. Now our raid logs.
Like, if I have like 1,000 plague bloom, is this just gonna keep going up? Like, is there anything I can even use this shit for?
Lake Bloom and Mountain Silver Sage are used for.
Yeah, it's like mongoose and.
Yeah, I know,
mongoose
but
shit.
like, I get so much more plague bloom than I get fucking.
You just stop. You just move it to a lion side and sell it. Like, they use way more mongoose, right?
We've got mage
that's
mage
smart.
bloods, use 2 each.
All right.
It's good to just keep around. Like, you always need some.
I feel like I can't run out of this shit because I always farm and fill and I just get more of that than anything else.
Yeah.
Mm.
It'd be easier to do this because then I could just drag it over.
Is there like any special low level board, or is it just grab any board? There's no like special one
There's
like.
no special board. You can go to Petopia and kind of like pick your like model that you want to look at. But other
Yeah,
than
have
that-
you ever used Petopia? It's really
Nope.
good.
Yeah, you go to Petopia.
You
It'll
just
tell you where
Google
to
it.
rank up all of your skills, what
Yeah.
level the mobs
That's
are.
huge.
Like,
Because
I-
it's
I
important to
probably did
keep like
one thing.
your like bite and stuff upgraded. because it's like more threat, more damage, whatever. I mean, it's not that important, but like you should try and want to do that.
That makes
But it'll
sense.
show you where like the next rank you can train at, or like what level
I'll
it's
link it in the
at.
Hunter channel.
Real handy.
Yeah, pretty easy. If you guys are safe, I pulled up some logs and we can go over them.
Well, do you want to go a different channel or let these noobs listen in?
I mean, listen.
Anybody that wants to
He's a
listen
noob.
can listen. Right.
These amateurs
Nothing
going.
new. Ooh, I just got a
Give
new
me 1
backpack.
second.
Boys.
Yup.
Huge. Who we get? Bray's in here now? Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
What's up, Bray?
Yeah.
Praise a warrior
Um,
too.
I am a warrior as well. What are you trying to do? A 5 warrior dungeon? What's up?
We were going over like you had a mid-max warrior, I think.
It's not just warrior. It's gonna be all the melee that benefit the most
1
from all
second, I'll be
these
right
world
back.
buffs, right?
Oh, world boss. Whoa, hold up.
No, we're not dropping world buffs.
Jesus Christ.
He's too excited, guys. He's too excited.
Hold up, hold up, hold up. You said we're dropping
Don't
world
start
boss?
things.
Where's it?
Hold on.
Oh,
Gotta
yeah,
log
that's
in.
true.
Pause the timer. Pause. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in.
Dude, my power's been out for like 18 hours.
Wow, that sucks.
Jonesy.
What is
Dude, it was just 3 houses
Well, at least it
on
came
my
up on
street,
Friday.
bro.
this?
It was 3 houses on my street. We had like a little mini tornado
What we got in here?
come through.
We got Tumble. We got Quinn. What else is in here?
I was AFK for a sec.
Yeah. I'll just move this
What are
over
we
here
doing? We're doing rend runs. What are we doing?
so I can continue to move throughout Orgrimmar.
Speaking of rend, I need help in the hinterlands. Everybody's froggy.
For what?
You just stupid ass elite shit.
Like the Hinterland Elites, or are you talking about other things?
The elites.
Oh,
specific.
okay. Yeah, I did that shit yesterday.
Damn it, dude. I need
You know
more
when your power was out.
just do everything
Could've been
cool whenever
there.
I'm not
Me-
there.
Me, Spliff, and Thrash, and then fucking Pooter came, and I just healed, and we just pretty much fucking four-manned it.
What level's your warrior, bro?
I'm back.
51.
Oh, he's
Oh
right.
god damn. I need to fucking
Yeah,
step up on my ult.
baby.
Everybody's ahead of me.
Alright. So we can get Declone in here, we can get freaking
Easily do
Jaja
a
in here.
fucking level
Who else is
55 man right
online?
now, dude.
We can get Undertow's in a dungeon. Let's not bother him. Oslin.
What are you doing?
I'm watching your stream, Billy.
Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna
Just
Holy
add more,
shit.
Billy, and just be like, anybody who wants to go
Not
over
me
having
shit.
increased damage, just get in Discord.
It's called the Flame Review. We're gonna make fun of you.
Emberwake is fucking twins tanking this week, dude.
He is Twins Tank for Alliance.
Yeah, it's fucking hype.
Man, I need to get some gold, boys. I need to go farm.
Okay. So everybody that's tuned in here can see this Monday Horde Depot MC page, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the next thing I'm gonna do here is drag this one over.
Nice.
So this is Don't Be Weird's very first MC raid.
Ooh, nice.
Was able to pull the logs from it. So the first thing I want to say is if you click on Encounters and Trash and we get the summary, their average item level for the entire raid, 59.9. For us, 62.4. Now, a lot of this could be because we had some really juiced people, we had some hard carries, you know, whichever, right? But at the end of the day, it's our first raid, it's their first raid. So when we go over things, we're in damn near comparison and knowledge. Okay.
Right.
So the first thing I always like to look at is our kill times. And then we'll look at their kill times. Let me drag this off and we'll do splits here. Come on. think.
It's a great time to have a pizza, by the way, guys. Sorry.
Hell
For all
yeah.
you that
You're
don't.
fine.
Dude, I just ate my burrito, man.
I've actually
Okay.
got steak.
Nice.
Show off.
Did not. Oh,
Don't click the wrong
pulled up the
tab,
other
Billy.
ones. I don't got shit up, bro.
Billy's
What thing
phone
is
pops
this?
up.
Meatspin.com.
I want to see the porn.
Meatspin.com.
Okay.
No, you don't. Billy watches gay porn.
Nothing wrong with that.
Get this outta here.
I don't want to see the porn.
So
Get an
the
ad
first
blocker,
thing that
Billy,
I'll say
Jesus.
here,
Uh-huh.
molten core normal, was theirs was 51 minutes 54 seconds. Ours was an hour and 44 minutes.
God damn.
Now, we're talking about cadence. We're talking about getting Uber's buff first. We're also talking about Uber's buff second, right? We re-up these things. We booned. We talked about a lot of things. So obviously our very first raid is going to be slower. But to pick certain things apart, right? We can just look at standardized kill times for our bosses.
That's a good idea.
36 for Lucy, 32 for their Lucy. I'm not really going to complain about that. But when you actually want to click in here and you want to see what people are doing, right, and what overall comp is going to do to be faster, right?
They also had 0 people that have never done MC in their raid to keep in mind, and we had like 15. So
Correct.
that also
Yeah,
contributes
these
to
are
a
all
lot of this.
gamers, right? These are all people that have done this for a very, very long time. So as you can see, our raid comp is going to severely lack in time because of how many melee is actually in this stack, right? The one thing you can tell is this is all melee. Baku's even enhancement melee, and this is your first frost mage. You have this guy who was doing absolutely nothing. Who knows? You had tanks. You know, he could have been an off tank or something like that, right? So
Yeah.
could have just flagged him wrong. But anyway, you look at it, all the other characters below them are the casters, right? So where we are more heavily caster sided, we have a lot of people, right? Let's use Jaxer as an example at 25k, even Meatball here at 26k. In
Bad
comparison,
fight. Go to the next.
right?
No,
no.
Lando on that one.
Bad fight, bro.
I beat Lando as a tank.
It's
I think
it's
that's the
not
only
it's
time I
not
beat you.
the difference is, right, when as soon as like our tanks, right, Corpse, Quinn, and Gank were tanking there, like once you're done tanking your mob, you can go berserker and you can continue to press your buttons, right, as far as for tanks go. But like why do we have
so fast on that fight?
you know, we're comparable here, item level 63, 58, 59, like a 60 eye level is not terrible, but like all of these people's damage should be, you know, up here higher, right? They should be beating tanks.
You should always beat the tank.
So, you should always beat the tanks. Now,
Well, in this situation, maybe not, because our tank had all
You should be
epics and
me.
everybody else was like
you should
'Cause I
never,
only
you
tank
can't
one, I
beat
didn't
Quinn, let's just be honest. Like, if you beat Quinn, you're having a good day. Okay? Now, we'll go to a standard, like, as far as for Magmadar goes, I want to make this big, because in the logs, you can go replay, right? And you can actually play this out, and you can watch people's positioning in
Yeah,
relevance.
watch how many range got here.
Okay?
Oh, it
So-
shows you positioning? Holy shit.
So, boss is here. Okay. Your
Actually, Billy, how
main...
did you get to this?
You just hit replay.
Wow, that's
Is this
epic.
full
Oh
screen?
my god.
I always wanted to know what this was. I'm not
There's
gonna
full
lie.
screen.
This is the first
Okay,
time I have.
there's full screen.
Zoom out, I think.
So,
Rolling.
no, you can't zoom out.
Yeah.
Who's the back 200s?
So our
I bet
tank
I'm
is
the
here.
farthest one.
Magmadar is here.
I'm the farthest one.
Bray,
Oh, Bray.
Lando,
Bray beats you.
Meatball, Hunter Brain, Oni. But here's the thing, right? And this is for everybody, right? If I say healers, our healers should be over here, focusing our main tank, right?
Yeah.
It's okay to have healers over here that are raid healing if that's their assignment, right? All of our shamans are pretty close to make sure we have totems down for our melee core. Fantastic, right? Theo is... Are you undead, Theo?
Yes.
Okay, so Theo can be closer like myself here because we could will Forsaken. But our job is making sure Quinn has heals. Like, all of this non-spreading out, like, I don't care if the hunter stack, but like, all of these guys should be spread because the boss does a mechanic that puts fire on the ground, targets somebody and puts fire on the ground. Beanie here, he was probably late to the party, so if you look at his actual like uptime on the boss,
He's a
it was probably
Torn.
lower than everybody.
He's a Torn,
Yeah.
so he's farther away. Probably still hitting the boss.
Yeah, he could definitely be hitting the boss from back here for sure. Everybody being stacked really great. Not gonna really talk. I don't know why Trudy's over here. He could end up actually like parry
He was
hasting if he
probably
wanted
putting
to.
a tremor totem.
Yeah, but even still, you want to kind of be over here against the wall. I mean, not that it matters, but he could end up parry hasting the boss because of his own positioning, being too close. If he has a melee, like if he's trying to do extra. Not saying he did. Like to see more spread just because of the mechanics at hand, right? Why do we have like so much shifting? Like, are we losing time on the
Fear?
boss? Fear, yep.
Yeah, the fear.
Yep. So we had a lot of shamans, tremor totems could have been down, will Forsaken on a lot of our
All the
undead.
shamans are standing in
right?
the same spot, but everybody's split. You need to be split by your groups.
Right.
The best dudes
So-
in parts. You have to always stand by your shaman because that's where the tremor totem is going to be.
So, you know, our shamans could learn to be more centralized in that location as well. Really great for those that didn't get feared, obviously. As casters, we want to be max range. Why our mages are up here, who knows?
Who knows?
So everybody can learn, right? It's not just melee. But time on target, using your stuff. Stabitha went way over here. Could parry haste the boss. Like, we got to make sure that we're behind. You know, there's another fear goes out. Like, perfect positioning right here. This is perfect positioning. And if you start the fight from here and you move a little bit for fear and you get right back in your positioning, like, your time on target goes up and then DPS goes up and kill time drops. So, not a bad fight to overview.
Is there just a skull on the fucking floor? What is it?
Yeah, that's just their
The boss map.
Yeah, the boss mount.
It's not actually Molten Core. Yeah.
So, but to get to there, for your own information, you click the boss and you go up here and click replay. So
Check who beat me all that fight.
You beat me every fight but
Yeah.
the first one.
I never multi-shot on that boss. Probably
Now,
why.
what I
First
want
boss?
to do is let's look
Yeah,
at their replay for Magmadar, right? And see how well their positioning is. Here comes the boss. What can you notice already?
Those shamans running in and dropping totems.
Localized.
They ran out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we have Shmur back here because he probably wasn't in the melee group. Obviously, we have an elemental back here. Thank you, Drew. Like, this is, like, in comparison, I can't really complain outside of maybe why our, like, main tank priest healers aren't over here against the wall. Like, but they can probably reach from any location and probably just being closer to their own tremor totem. Where we aren't there yet, right? This is our first raid, so obviously things to learn. Right? They're, like, how much movement? This person definitely got feared for a very long time. These guys did get feared, but now they're already, like, getting back on target, right? They don't have people getting feared way over here. They don't have, you know, a bunch of random fears. Everybody is max range as possible. So less fears went out. Can you agree?
Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Overall, our kill time was not much slower than theirs, and overall, like when we're talking about min-maxing our seconds here and making sure bosses die before mechanics come out, this is what we're talking about. It's just time on target. We don't really need to see any more of that. They just did that. I mean, but these are gamers, right?
Yeah.
We can't compare ourselves 100%. Where did that go? Sorry, don't be weird. This is ours? Okay. So if you're ever wanting to, That's where you do it. Now, what I like to do, what's a good, is it Gehenna's for the FAPs? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So, can we do, is it a buff? I think it's a buff. Yes. Buffs. So they had 6 people use a free action potion. We had 7 people. You know,
That
as
might be
far
only
as like,
when
It should be a
combat was
lot more.
pulled. I would
Yeah.
assume it's people pre-popping that don't care.
Yeah,
it could be
probably.
it could be pre-popping for sure. So
Same with,
actually,
like,
let's go
Venom, but-
look at. It's a debuff, right? The
It's just like a,
Yeah,
a physical
this.
stun, I think.
it's this right here. Stuns nearby. So we had 7 people that did not FAP,
That's brutal.
and they had 11. But they weren't ready for it either. Right? Imagine
That's
this
odd.
7 people in our own raid used the FAP mechanic correctly and added additional damage to our kill time. You know,
4
we did
seconds a
24
pump.
seconds, not a big deal, but that's going to be the majority of where we're going to find our damage. So you can tell anybody at the top here probably was able to get a FAP, and everybody below didn't get a FAP. And I think pets are also included in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pets. Yeah. But like, Quinn's all the way up here. We can't really compare ourselves, but probably a no FAP, a no FAP. I would hope Corpse FAP'd as a tank. And no FAP probably right here. And you can tell if any one of these people were able to do the same amount of damage as Stabitha, Jaja, Quinn, right? Our kill time would be immensely higher. So when we call for
Wait,
things
what's
inside
going
of
on
our
down
raid,
there at the very bottom? What happened there?
what are those? Just ads.
Scythe and Blinksy, what the hell?
They probably didn't get like 2 casts.
Negative
off.
damage.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah,
like a
facts.
rain of fire, they only get 1 fucking cast in 20 seconds.
yeah. So you can tell like, it's not only melee that needs help, right? Like everybody needs help. You know, Rag here, he's one of the more goated mages, and he's down here. Right?
Yeah.
This fight is literally
Just to curse this fight.
yes, yeah. So if you don't beat a mage, you were really doing something wrong. So Bloomy's probably maybe decursed a bit and then went in with bear form. I don't know, because that's a
Yeah, he was
Keep
probably
going.
cursing too.
I think Gank was in greens. Like,
Well, here's the gear. I could tell you he had Theckles
Yeah,
and
that's
Oh
right.
wow, sick, dude.
It's his fist weapon, yeah. He couldn't hit
Yeah.
shit.
So, but that's, I mean, if you say that, like, Beanie has sand polish and mirrors, so he really couldn't hit shit either. So, at least he beat our mages. So, anybody down here,
I bet
opposed
Gank got the
to,
Sunders on the boss. though.
yeah, I guarantee. No.
He didn't if
Probably
he didn't
didn't.
FAP.
yeah, if he didn't fab, for sure. So, when we make these raid calls and what consumes to bring, like, there's meaning behind it. There's damage to be found, right? There's survivability. As far as, outside of Corpse here, who probably could have done a lot better as far as for where his gear is currently sitting.
Shit.
Yeah, because he had Warblades here. So, we could take Corpse, for example, in this here, and put him up against... Where's Len at? Is Len
Take
not
him
on his
against
tank then?
Stokes.
I don't know. Len wasn't tanking at this point. Stokes was the tank, and Argos.
Okay.
Is that the same fight, or what are you looking at there?
This is their Gehennas versus our Gehennas. So, Argos is tanking, Corpse is tanking, right? If we want to just take a 1-to-1, miss percentage matters. Corpse wasn't hit capped for this to not miss. So, you have somebody that is a resident in our guild, and he's not hit capped enough to not miss a BT. So, that was a parry. That's a miss. I mean, it's luck of the draw at that point. You could tell he probably wasn't able to get one off to match his 3, so Corpse is doing better there, but its damage is really low. These are individual things that you can see real time of what somebody's doing to counteract.
Blows my mind
go
that
back to
this
their
this
bosses.
file is only like 39 megabytes in size, but it has all of this information.
Right. Yeah. Obviously, GAR is always going to be a little longer because we have to deal with ads and coordination and stuff. Not a big deal. Let's do a full pump boss here, where
Yeah, do
everybody should be sending everything, right?
91, baby, come on.
Our
Respect.
last fucking Chaz was so fast.
Baku got
I
100.
mean, Shaz is always fast, realistically. So the first thing that I'm going to say right away is, as far as melee goes, Hershey down here, Oslin down here, the clone, Steelbank, Undertow. Everybody underneath Corpse, because as far as you can go through any of our logs, you could probably find Corpse near the bottom. And
Just fucking bullets being thrown right now.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day for everybody to learn, right?
Right.
That's the biggest thing. Like Hershey was our fucking self-found warrior that made it to 60. Meatball took him under his wing. Meatball got him in the raids. Meatball supplied most of his consumes.
I mean, look at his gear,
The dude
bro.
was
It's dog
happy.
shit.
Yeah, the dude was very happy to be here. Bloodstone Hammer and Thrashblade. If
And look at all the
anybody
greens.
lost, look at these greens. This is what he's saying by
That was
greens,
his first
right?
raid, not
Yeah.
being solo self-found.
Correct, 100%. You know, same thing here for Oslin, right? Ravenholt Slicer and a Hanzo sword.
Quick strike.
Look at that QSR, bro.
Yeah, you
Are
got
you
QSR.
kidding me?
So,
Nice.
could you say it's gear? Or could you say it's positioning? Lewin down here, he had much better gear. He did 9.1 damage. So you could say Hershey did better than Lewin. So, obviously,
Weird.
in a gear section, may not matter.
Lewin might have been getting a cup of coffee or something.
Yeah, that's
choking
not
on his
normal.
water.
You know,
He's taking a little break. He did
They're,
have a maybe.
their kill time is also 13 seconds versus our 19 seconds. So 6 additional seconds, right? If their fight went on for 6 additional seconds, what was their? I mean, you can. I don't really want to.
Faster than theirs?
No, theirs was 12. Ours was 19 or 13 to 19. Ours was 19.
They were 50% faster.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah,
40,
it's
like 40 something. But
Check
so-
cast times, Death Wish, and all that usage.
yeah. That's what I was gonna get into. So when we call for, actually, let's just do this. Let's go by
The
warriors.
time frame.
Are you saying the whole raid, Theo? They were 50% faster?
No, on that fight.
Oh, because
Check the
their raid was way quicker too.
timeline.
Because their raid was what, sub 1 hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, 45 minutes.
I'll break this like this. So
And
But they weren't stopping to explain every freaking mechanic too,
No.
for sure.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
There was not one person
On-
on that raid that didn't do MC before.
on this particular fight for warriors and rogues, you can listen to this as well because there are cooldowns that you can use before a fight enters. So if you know the fight is sub whatever your cooldown percent is, right? So Death Wish is 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna use that global cooldown before the boss is even engaged because the boss is gonna die before that. If you waste one global cooldown on clicking a button instead of doing damage, you're losing DPS.
That makes sense.
So, right here, Corpse, he used Diamond Flask. He didn't even get to hit an ability until, he Mighty Rage. His first ability was damn near 3 seconds into a fight. That lasts 19 seconds. Right? Everybody else, as far
I
like...
fucked that up bad. That fight, I don't know how I fucked up so bad, but I don't
Now,
even
there's
know how I
autos
wrecked.
in here,
But
right?
that's not an Earthstrike max pop, right? He doesn't have that shit.
Yeah.
He
Damn,
popped
has
Earthstrike.
it. He has
Look
it,
at his
yeah, I didn't even know
14
that.
second Blood Fury though.
Like,
Little griefer.
why...
Did I pop
like,
wreck?
Yeah. Hershey did pop wreck.
Oh, did Jaja
wreck
pop
from
wreck? Okay, I popped wreck
Gaby,
way too late.
Tuscan, Corpse. Like
Jesus.
Wreck lasts for
Yeah, he popped it 10 seconds.
12
in.
seconds. Is that right?
15.
When Mulligan was talking about this fight, I think also he said people like pop wreck as they're walking in, like they don't even
Yes.
want to hit the fucking mob.
Yeah, I fucked
Yeah,
that
it's
up.
15 seconds. For 15 seconds, you get to
Yep.
use Wreck. So, ideally, on a boss that, like, if everybody right here pop Wreck at the start, like, but on walk-in, do you think we would have killed this boss in 15 seconds?
Yes.
100%. So, this is cooldown efficiencies 101. Jaja right here, he got into an interstate set late. His first was a BT, starts popping all of his cooldowns. Instead, if
I didn't
Jaja
realize
was...
that shit was so fast.
yeah, I mean, it's our
Yeah,
first
switch
one.
seats
And when
back.
we said, you know, we're using things, using everything, your first global shouldn't even be Deathwish, and you shouldn't even see Deathwish on the table because
Well, you
the
don't
boss
see
is
my
dying.
D-Blast or Deathwish.
Yeah.
Because I usually do
So-
it before walking in.
So coolant trinket usage, right? That's a global cooldown. Deathwish is global cooldown. Adrenaline rush potentially for rogues, global cooldown. Sinister, not Sinister Strike. Your slice and dice, right, from the mob
Yeah.
prior.
Yeah.
That lasts. If you get 4 combo points, how long does it last? 20-some seconds.
Yeah, like
Right.
23, 20 something.
So
Yeah, you gotta get
Yeah.
sliced and dice off that rage
yep,
pack.
Blade Flurry,
Balls,
immediate
balls.
one global cooldown, right? Puts your Sinister Strike on 1 global cooldown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, again, if everybody here was doing the exact same thing and popped all cooldowns in 1 BT right away, like in sync, right? Like following what Quinn is doing as far as pumping out stuff, right? And you
No
can even say
BT,
right here,
Quinn.
Quinn did 1 BT here. Where's his next BT? Come on, Quinn.
I don't know.
Where's your fucking BT, bro?
Very
He didn't even BT until the end of the fight. What a
Ah.
fucking
Yeah.
shots fired, bro. Shots fired.
No, he
Right.
beats it at the
Right.
front. First fucking thing.
Yeah,
It's
well,
a
every
6-second cooldown, people.
I blame Rage,
Oh,
100%.
He blames rage. Wow. Yeah,
probably
I have
fun.
enough rage
Damn
to HS. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
man.
were lacking on rage, brother.
That was
You know,
29
Max
rage
Loading
the whole
here
time.
is probably your main guy to look at because he's been doing this fight for the longest, right?
Mhm.
So he gets his Deathwish Earth Strike probably in the same click because it's macroed. Walks in with the Sunder. Hey guys, where's our fucking first global Sunder? Not from Tuscan, not from Ja. Hey Beanie, thank you, sir.
I learned it. I'm learning. I got
Hershey,
it
where
this
the
time.
fuck? Steel Bang.
I did all the
6 seconds
fucking
in.
Sunders, dude.
1,
That's why I didn't have
2,
BTO
That's
Sunders.
why, bro.
3, 4.
Wait, where was
Green
Gang?
5.
Where's Gang?
5 seconds in, we got it.
He was Gank was standing in the back.
Right?
Right. So Gank doesn't need to be in the back anymore, right? So there's one additional DPS that we can now add into this rotation.
Those Dalrins working.
Yeah. So really understanding your own cooldowns. Okay. But I want to actually just go over here to the rogues real quick and see what we can pick apart here.
Look at the slice and dice up
Late to
time.
the fight.
Yeah, pick 'em
Late to the
apart.
fight here.
Pick 'em
Late to the fight. Fixer got a backstab. I love, like, you can sprint on walk-in, right? So I don't know if you sprinted on walk-in. This was our first one. You probably don't remember. But look at Declone is out here and he's trying to pump. I don't know.
He's got his
What you
thistle.
did. I'm
trying.
That
Yeah.
bitch. He's in
Doesn't
there.
Thistle Tea regen 100%?
Yeah. I would have already had energy issues when this fight was engaged if I popped that thistle tea.
No. What I'm
Which means
saying
you
is,
probably hit slice and dice last second, no?
if you sliced at the start,
Mm-hmm.
how much does slice is? 30 energy.
Yes. 25 energy.
Okay. So and then Sinister Strike is 45 or 40.
Oh my goodness, I'm invised. Hold on. Yes, 40 energy.
Okay. So effectively, if he sliced, and then we walked in, he might be able to get one sinister, then he Thistle Teas, right? Pops Adrenaline Rush, and he's mobbing the rest of the boss.
Mm-hmm.
A little late on the berserking. That should have been on your precast.
Yeah.
We can adjust that.
Yeah.
Fixer here, why he's same thing. He should have pre-popped Earth Strike. Where's his Thistle Tea? Where's his AR like early, right? Does that last for 20 seconds? Is that right?
15.
Adrenaline rush.
First strike.
Adrenaline rush
Adrenaline
is
rush.
15 second.
Okay. So, you know, he got one combo, immediately sliced, and then continued on. But he's a backstab rogue. So,
What rogue did the most damage?
Fixer did, because he backstabbed. But
With
you know,
birds.
as far as he's the most geared rogue that you got. But as far as like Undertow here, ain't no way he needs to use feint on a boss that he isn't gonna pull threat on.
Yeah.
Right, Fixer not even gonna pull threat. It's just in his natural rotation, right? So wasted energy. You know, really good, complete time through here. The only thing I don't know 100% to clone is if you Blade Flurry on walk-in. That's the only thing I don't see.
Yeah.
I see Fixer possibly
No, he
did
Blade
it on
Flurry's
Oh, there
walk-in.
it is. There it is
16
right at the end.
seconds.
Oh yeah,
They see it. Exposed.
Caught him.
Exposed.
got him.
Got me.
It's a
So,
lot of
I
buttons
don't-
to press. On
I'm
the walk-in
learning.
on some of these fights. You have to press everything, right?
I'm all
Yeah.
about good input and changing what I'm doing.
But to be honest, right? Like we have like a late to the party for 7 seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
so
if you
if I had to pick, right? I love the sprint. He was late to the party, so he's sprint, right? Late to the party, no sprint, or it was precasted. Late to the party, or almost on point, right? 1 second in. Late to the party, way late to the party. Understanding that if your tank is utilizing all of their buttons, 9 times out of 10 you ain't catching them. In a very short duration fight, you're not gonna catch them.
Yeah.
So walking in with Blade Flurry, you could probably even walk in with AR and not even have to Thistle Tea until you're fucking 2 Sinister Strikes in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Can we look at
granted, this is
the
our first
positioning
fight,
on that one?
Not a big deal, right?
I'm curious how
Yes.
that fight looked on the positions.
We can look at that.
This
yeah.
isn't our first fight. This is our last fight.
No, first MC. This is our first MC. So
Really?
a lot of
Pretty
these
sure it's our
people
last
are new.
MC.
No,
This
No,
was
our
March.
last MC had Maddock in it.
this is our first full clear.
Oh, this is our
So-
second MC.
Oh yeah, our second technically. Yeah.
Yeah, our
First full
first full clear. Yeah.
We're not
So
comparing when we only did the up to Doma.
yeah. So right
Shit.
here.
Fixtures.
So let me back that up. I didn't quite see
I
where
was a noob
Fixer
back
came in
then.
here.
I don't see rogues. Oh.
Do I have to back out of here and do it
You
again?
didn't even have your start attack.
Dude, I
stuff
was a
going.
big noob a week ago.
Okay.
I'm a new man.
Let me see.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, tanks here. Fixers on the back line.
Those charges.
So
Charles said I'm going in.
charge. Yeah. So I will say this as people get more accustomed to the positioning and the movement speed, right?
Mhm.
Like when Quinn says we're going, or if there was a pull timer, right? Like you better be hugging his ass.
Yeah.
Right? Quinn's walking the fuck in.
All
You need to
melee
be walking
always
in,
be on the
right?
tank pass, like, as
So
close as possible to the next.
the
fight.
first thing Quinn's gonna do is get
Acting
behind the
right, but
get the
watching.
boss turned. Boom. Boss is turned. Everybody else is doing what they need to do. Hershey over here is about to parry haste the boss from positioning.
Kill his
Right.
tank.
There, the one thing you can always say is everybody should stack. And the only time that you're not going to stack is if the boss puts something on the floor that's going to do damage, right?
Yeah.
And then if you all stack, you all can move out of that stack together and then
What if
move
we
out
go
of
to
that
market
stack together.
DPS?
I was gonna say we can have people like max loathing mark to the diamond because he knows where to stand and just
Yep.
have people,
100%.
I remember we
Yeah.
used to like mark a range DPS and a melee DPS, and even
Why-
in Jackson's Ridge.
Like, I understand, like, we're all hyped and we're in here, right? But, like, if you're, like, you know, you're doing as much damage as possible, but hitting A and D on your keyboard thinking that it's going to increase your damage because you're moving,
Yeah.
just stand there. Just do your damage, right? Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, like,
I
why?
think the healers
Like,
are also at fault for this
Right.
too. Like I watched certain healers' point of views, and they're like moving instead of just standing there and casting.
mhm.
And the moving is making it so they don't heal as much.
Meatball, Mr. Meatball over here, moving.
I got hit by a fucking
Oh.
thing.
Look at this. He comes in, drops
I
his
jumped
totems,
in.
comes
I
out.
went in fucking melee
Like-
range this fight.
Yeah, I don't know what you were doing. but you were
Melee
way too
weave
close.
and then go all the way to max
No, I
range.
didn't even
like it.
melee weave. I was just in the
Yeah.
wrong spot.
And then like what? Like why are you moving? Like what are you doing, meatball? Get
It was
Yeah,
no
getting
wonder,
hit by arc
no
explosion.
wonder
I
O'Reilly
was
B,
leaving.
no wonder O'Reilly B and freaking Hunter Brain are killing you in damage. bro.
Everybody beat me.
They're
this fight.
standing there
Like,
doing
standing like a
absolutely
idiot.
necessary. Why we have him moving in? What's he trying to do? Get in range for a freaking AE?
Fire
Yeah.
blast.
Yeah.
Fire blast? Yeah, probably.
It's funny. It's just simply having this conversation and making fun of each other is gonna make our DPS go up like 100%.
100%.
Bro,
Hell
I've
yeah.
been through this fight so many times. I've never put myself.
Like I ain't, I'll fucking
Yeah.
show you.
I won't move
That's
next time, bitch. Good.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
Sit your ass still and shoot your goddamn
Bro,
bow.
Lando said before our last 20 man, he's like, I saw that Hunter Brain was catching up and beating you on damage, so I fucking had to like do more damage last raid.
Look at this.
Also,
Yeah,
I didn't
Hunter
even
Brain
pop
beat him.
wreck that fight, so
Yeah.
that's not even needed.
Meatball's
You
new
know.
to the game, right? Like he's not played that long, right?
Pretty good.
Meatball's
You can
absolutely a noob for sure. Absolutely a noob.
I'm
pretty
honestly
much,
not
yeah.
like good though, like to be fair.
We had a
Like,
bang
I'm,
up
not,
over
know.
there.
I'm not really the best player. I said it anyway. I'm like
Let's
medium.
go with Sulfron because I want to see same thing. Let's go to timeline gas
Max bumping.
and let's go to warriors here. So again, this is a FAP on
Not
walk-in
gas.
boss. People pick up their targets. Again,
What did I whirlwind? Clean.
usage here, guys. Ideally, once we get more and more into this, we're gonna literally stack all of these things and cleave them down and burn them to the ground. Like that's how
Cleave
you
off
increase
the
your
boss,
time.
or- yeah.
You cleave off your ad, and then when your ad's dead, you go to the next one and then the next one, but you never even have to move, right? So a lot of cleaves, very nice usage. Pummel's kicking, that's amazing. If you were assigned it, 1, 2, 3, right there, 4. Don't see any from Corpse because he's in D stance. Quinn D stance as well. Gank's in D stance, and I can tell you right here, as far as for our boy Gank here, over sundering. Over
Phone
sundering.
is Zangy. Unless he's
Phone is
swapping.
Zangy.
Wait, check the ads he's doing it to. Is it one ad? Is that how he's
Yeah,
getting?
he was taking an ad.
Well, no,
for
but
sure.
cover the sunders. It tells you which target he hit.
Well,
So
hey
is it
guys,
all the same one.
Four.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Four.
Gotcha.
I didn't want
Or
to tell
not
him.
even.
I'm gonna let you guys tell him, but I saw his stream. He doesn't have bloodthirst on his action bar in D stance.
Wait, who?
Okay. In this,
Well,
it looks like he has bloodthirst on his action bar because he's hitting it inside of D stance.
Well, maybe
This would
he,
show
maybe
his
he
stance
does.
swap.
Probably keybound and.
It must be.
It
keybound
could
then.
be, but the other thing too is this is where we as
Plate death
other
wish on
people
Gank.
need to say, and that's another thing too, right? This was the first fight, and I call UCDs outside of people that popped it on the opener, right? If you hear the raid leader say send CDs, let's open this floor up for an answer. I'm gonna ask Jaja, if I say send CDs, what are you pressing?
Diamond Flask, Bloodthirst, and Wreck. Right?
If Rec is on cooldown,
mean,
you're using Death Wish, right?
Sorry, not Bloodthirst. I meant to say Death Wish.
Yeah. So if this fight is less than a minute, why didn't you walk in with Diamond Flask?
Because I had no clue what I was doing.
Exactly. But
I mean,
but-
honestly, like
but
just our second run,
here's-
I literally didn't know what I was doing.
you're right, and this is acceptable, right? This is a conversation to have. I remember Quinn said D Flask on. So if Quinn says D Flask on, that means all of our warriors should be equipping D Flask,
You
and then
have
we're
trinket
building
menu, Jaja?
Rage,
I
which
do
is
now,
30
yeah.
seconds.
Trinket menu.
Oh,
Right.
you don't have trinket menu? That's a big
Wait.
one.
No,
We'll
I
get
do
you
now.
trinket menu swap. Yeah. So, yeah, I think I was helping you with that, but
Yeah, I think this after this raid, I changed a lot of stuff, but
which
I don't remember.
yeah,
Did I even
So-
have Diamond Flask? I don't know if I had
uh,
Diamond Flask, bro.
we can look after. It's
But anyway, it doesn't matter. I have it now.
right. But you're gonna
Trinket
use
menu's
if I
okay.
send CDs, you're gonna use Death Wish and Berserking and everything, right? So if Death Wish lasts for 20 seconds, our boss fight's 48. I'm looking at that 30-second kill timer and I'm saying send CDs. And for every warrior to understand, or even rogues, right? is if you don't have a time to kill number on your screen that you're actively looking at to adjust your own DPS for kill time, you need to get one.
Yeah, you got me
Because
that. That helps a lot.
in let's say Onyxia, and you have 10, 12 melee that are going to absolutely send all of their damage for the phase 2 turn. If Onyxia's already turned and you don't have your things running, you're behind. Because what ends up happening is the kill time from when CD should be popped to the time that she turns can be in the split second. And then you're wasting your global cooldown trying to chase her down, and you're not getting full value.
Yeah. Dude, I want to make
So-
a macro that just is like when you say send CDs, I just smash this button 3 times and it clicks every single cooldown I have.
CD
you
button.
can, yeah, you can
Cast Death Wish, cast like
you
Yeah,
can figure
cast
out which
Berserking,
ones link
Blast Blade.
together, right? Because I think Death Wish and Zerking can get tagged.
Share cooldown or share global.
most
Like
of
one-
them will. So it's
One
gonna
has a
be,
global and one doesn't, right?
But Zerking doesn't have a global.
And Berserking doesn't have a global. Bloodthirst.
I think Death Wish
does.
doesn't also. But if you're on GCD, I think you are. But because you can Death Wish out of a fear, even if you just like BT'd or something, right? And as we get in these fights and we start stacking these up, and you fat the openers and you're sending CDs, like imagine the full value of hitting all 4 of these mobs with Cleave, Whirlwind when your BT's run, or sorry, your Death Wish is running, your freaking trinkets are running, your Berserking's running, your freaking Mighty Rage Push is running, your AR's running, your Thistletea's up, your Blade Flurry's going, your Slice and Dice, right? The more
Be slapping.
maximum value, you're absolutely gonna slap. Was there anything you wanted to see on here, Quinn?
no.
I do like to see all the pummels in this fight. Very good. Little lackluster here in the end. People probably dumped rage too much. Max loathing sundering at the end of this fight. Not sure what happened, if they had fallen off, or if he
He's
was
probably
just
making
fishing
sure
for...
it doesn't fall off.
Yeah, if he was fishing for Wind Furies as well. You know, obviously warrior rotation I can't really go too far in depth with. I'd blow your minds.
I really want to make that smash cooldown button, like figure out what's optimal.
While you're sitting in Orgrimmar, you can definitely see what things can be tagged together.
Message Maddox,
Does he have that button?
I'm sure.
No, he doesn't.
Macros his
He doesn't
entire
have that
life into things.
It would be like talking to like Mulligan, Stokes, and Six,
Yeah,
if
like-
anything, because they are.
Maddox is like, he's good, but he's like the lowest tier of warrior, and don't be weird. Like,
He doesn't have
arguably.
a pump button.
No, like nobody
Most
has
people
that.
don't have pump buttons.
Yeah, they just-
most
they
most
switch it,
warriors
yeah.
just know like
I
the
want the
timing,
pump
right? And all of our guys are
that
new
shit.
to this, so it's okay to start learning this stuff, right? And we're looking for, you know, the penny pinchers now, right? So again, rogues here on the walk-in. Why we are taking so long to engage, you know, mobs? You know, we should be inside this active time. That's actually something I wanted to look at. Hold on. Right here. If we're on a boss, you should be damn near 100% active time. Like you should be anywheres in this 95 and above. Like, let's be honest. You're walking in following the tank, everybody should be up here in this active time. The only time that you're not going to is if a boss fears you, or you have to move for a mechanic, or potentially like mages might have to decurse. Realistically, this fight was not that. All of these should have been just AoE, right? You have 5 targets, you might as well just AoE. Shadow bolts. Yeah. So would have been a lot more value if they would have just AoE'd all those mobs down, right? So we want to look at this as well. We want to pick apart some healers real quick.
All right, after Saturday, let's do another log review.
See if like watch the improvement. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go, dog.
I feel like
Right here.
I've gotten better.
Oh, we all have for sure.
Cancel casting inside of a raid
I've gotten worse.
is as a healer is probably one of the worst things you can do. So like if you have a healer that you're in a dungeon with or anything, you can always preface be like, bro, like mana is unlimited. We can take time for mana. I cannot take time to relevel my tune. So just fucking heal. Right. The biggest thing that you can probably see, we had a really great dispels going on. What do we got downtime for here? Cast Hex of Weakness. Oh, that's his racial ability, right? For undead.
What Will of the Forsaken is the? Oh,
No.
yeah.
The,
Is it the? No, he's troll.
He's troll.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's the troll one. Because
Yeah.
the other one is the Devourer Plague right here. I think.
Oh, Jack's
Yeah.
just right here.
So, as far as for like healers go, downtime and stuff, like really big opening section here of 7 seconds where casts weren't going off. Looks like Grazia maybe had gone from all the dispels, because let's be honest, dispelling freaking sucks. You know, I don't think this does mana pot. Yeah, it
Looks
probably
like he like
doesn't.
didn't heal at all there. It was just straight dispel.
Yeah, he was
Which is
healed
fine.
1 into
Yeah,
mass dispels, which
that's fine.
which is fine, right?
Yeah,
It's
we have
absolutely
more
fine.
than enough healers in that one.
Yeah,
That I would
absolutely.
find them to. I would prefer that they dispel. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one worked out.
So obviously, even in here, like I wasn't PI spec for this. I don't think Polly was PI spec for this either. But not a big deal. Theo got his PI off. Great. You know, the big thing that I can say is even if you're under healing power, you can down rank efficiently, and you can last the entire fight. Right? Theo's our big ass pumper in here. He's freaking just sending it. You know, same thing for me here, just absolutely sending it throughout the whole fight. Obviously, like readjust for targets, like here, Corpse into Quinn, into Jaja again, because he was taking a little bit of impale damage. Not a big deal. You know, we can look at shamans, so we're just picking on everybody for a second here.
Where am I taking impale damage?
I just think that you got an impale tick from the boss. Not a big deal. You're just taking some damage. Wind Fury into a Wind Fury. Okay, maybe
moving
his
it.
macro messed up. Don't know. All of our shamans should immediately drop Wind Fury into Strength of Earth, into a Fire Res totem for this fight, because we have fire going out.
Makes
Wind
sense.
Fury, Fire Res, Strength of Earth. This rotation's completely fine. But this is
Are
also
there totem
why
twisting macros?
that is not a question to
that?
ask me,
There's
bro.
cast sequence macros.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Okay.
not a thing to ask me. Right here, Para could have definitely dropped a Strength of Earth prior. No, he dropped it back here. So again, like if we want to be nitpicky, like our deal is priests are the main healing up front, while shamans can get into position to drop their totems. Their totems provide more value to the raid than them healing. Them twisting Tranquil Air and us continuing to heal provides more benefit to the raid. So our shamans, you know, walk in, drop Wind Fury, boom. That should be your first cast right here, and this 1 second timer should be Wind Fury. Obviously, global cooldown him. He hit the button again. Maybe his macro was messed up, so he tried it again. Got his macro out, then started healing. Really great as you progress for your healers to get these totems down, get into a heal, drop your other totems, get on your heal.
Congrats on HOD's gang.
Oh my god!
We're
Not a big
slandering you in log review right now, bro.
What? What
Absolutely.
the fuck what did I do?
Oh, you did
No.
everything wrong,
Dude,
gang.
bro.
Out there, MC
Yes.
logs.
You know what? I'm dropping no Sunders next raid. That's it.
Good. It's probably
You know,
best.
that's what I
Honestly,
wanna
that's,
see.
that's literally what we want you to do.
I want to. We'll go over it later, gang. But I want to make sure that your bars are optimized. That's
here-
probably the biggest priority.
We're
right?
having a macro day. Is that what we're
No,
doing?
you can play how you like to play, but
No,
as
no,
long
no,
as
that
you
wasn't a
feel
dig.
comfortable in pressing buttons, I want to make sure all of your buttons are on the screen, so you know, right?
No,
Like, 'cause
I
you could be
actually
missing
want a
something.
day
So,
where we could set up like actual macros. It just
I
takes a
did
lot of
want
time.
I wanted
If
to
you
go
wanted to fix, like,
over
damage based on your elo,
Sulfron
you know,
and go to the replay. Did want to see this.
Yeah, look at this. Yeah.
Wait, what's going on?
This is the replay.
Yeah. Look at
If
that.
you go to Horde Billy,
So-
we're like going over the positioning and stuff of all the bosses.
Okay.
So, right away, let me see if it'll reset. Okay, right away. Quinn's, we're on a pull timer, right? So, at pull timer, every one of you guys that have a tank assigned target should be stacked with your main tank. So, Gank, obviously, Corpse, obviously, Beanie was picking up somebody, Tuscan was picking up somebody, fucking Gank, like, all right here. So, in the opener, we're walking in. Everybody should be pre-targeting their respected mobs, right? So, your first ability in a fight like this, where your tank
Sapper,
is
coward.
walking in, use Sapper Engineering. You better get it. Not saying sending it tomorrow, but if you do that, maybe you'll
Bro,
see something from
Dragon
me.
Dick is fucking whispering me in game.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
Yeah, me too.
Why we have Fixer
don't
way
be
over
weird.
here,
Guy's
I
a
have no
fucking
idea.
griefer.
He's probably going
Um,
backstabs. I don't know.
we had one of these get loose, right there. Skull got loose. I don't know who was supposed to pick him up. I assume it was Corpse.
Corpse.
Yep. And
Is
let's
this
pick
the
on him
5
for a
option?
second.
Fucking Hunter ripped, that's why.
Yeah, it took Bloomies to taunt the guy. That might have even been Tuscan.
Scrub ripped Skull, I think. I
Want me to scroll
remember,
back?
like, because I was targeting Skull too, and I like feigned death because I thought it was me. But then, like,
Actually, we
kind
can
of,
look
like,
at that.
I almost-
Here,
see it,
we'll look at it right now. See what happened. So Skull's on. Here, let me click off it real quick here and double click it. So it's on max loading. It doesn't update fast enough, but we can look at who hit the target first.
Yeah, it was definitely a hunter, bro. It was definitely a hunter. Whoever that
It was
guy is.
definitely a Hunter.
O'Reilly hit it. Max loading hit it. Lando hit it. Tuscan hit it.
Lando critted it?
Quinn.
Question mark.
Yeah, Lando
Maybe
What?
cooked it up. Lando
I
cooked it up.
sappered.
Wait, is this my major Domo or what?
You went for a
this is,
1.7
the
cake.
kickball.
I'm assuming it was a crit.
Yeah.
So I'm
I know.
100% saying it's gonna be Lando that
I know.
yoinked it early on.
There it
Yep.
is. Team
Poof.
shot. So it's very imperative as a tank when you're
So
walking in,
fun.
you know, that you're using
the hunter
your
that's
taunt,
right there,
you're
past
using
the
your
road.
sapper.
You'll see him.
We got one more Hodge and one more MC attune done today.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
We just did a full DRD.
So it doesn't.
Bro,
have-
they just G-invited Dragon Dick. I just said not to fucking invite this guy. Dude.
Pretty weird problem.
Let 'em. It's fine. This just needs to be stacked. Yeah, they do stun, I believe, so that's why we fap on the walk-in. You just want to have them stacked. Very good positioning here. We just have all of our totems. Fantastic. Localized for healers, range, stuff like that. It's fine. So outside of Skull getting loose on this first one, it doesn't show threat. I don't think I can swap it to threat. Maybe I can. No.
What boss is this we're looking at?
This is Sulfron.
Or Billy.
Huh.
It's on your POV, right?
This?
Oh, it's just I thought he was asking who are we watching this from?
No, which boss are we looking at? We're looking
Oh,
at
I thought you
Sulfron.
said
The boss is Sulfron right here. Okay, these are the ads that go with it. We can see it's currently under a taunt. It's got deep wounds. This one's taunted. This one's taunted. This one got us under. Okay, go back to that. Go back to this. So, 1 priest, 3, 4. Yeah, so two is Skull. So Skull got loose. Whatever, bring it back. Get him grouped up. So ideally, when we say stack all these guys up, like we just want them stack them, cleave them, burn them down. So just like in ZG on the Tiger boss, when you have 3 mobs, you can obviously know if you send CDs and hit all 3 mobs, you're going to do more damage. That's going to reduce our kill time from 48 seconds down even further. Let's actually look to see who fapped the walk-in.
Excuse me.
Us. All friendlies. 14 free action potions.
Much better.
Good. Much better. So... Not a bad kill
I get a
time.
trinket.
Not a bad thing. What was their kill time here? Their kill time, 33 seconds. Ours 48. Not a bad deal. I'm not gonna compare any of us to them because, like Meatball said in the beginning, these guys have been playing this for well over a year, doing this content, so they know where to stand, they know what to do,
It's good
they
to
know
be
what
able to
you know.
see like the standard if you're the deviation,
Yeah,
so that you can
need to
kinda
know what
get a
good
little
looks
bit more
like.
standard.
Yeah, this is a standard. So actually, let's go to theirs. Let's look at their replay.
I would dare say that they're above the standard too, honestly. Like when it comes to like rating.
For sure. I'd probably say as well.
They're okay.
This is the opener. What can you see already?
All the tanks.
Thank you. Amazing. All of our tanks are up front. We have probably Calcrex is picking up an extra one. Charged in, no big deal. Look how much nicer that is without the, you know, everything going off. Immediately, taunts are out. You know, this one did get a taunt right here. We could see it. So Argo's taunted, Calcrex taunted, Big Len taunted. I don't know how he has 2 mobs. Are they the same? I'm clicking on the same one. Yeah, he could have. Yep, could have definitely done that as well. Juan picked it up at the end there, so not a big deal. You can actually see. Oh, you can't see their stuff here. Basically, group them up as much as you possibly can. All the tanks are on the backside, so you're not parry hasting them. If you're not behind the boss, you're parry hasting and you're causing additional damage and problems. So, one thing to learn is melee and pets, obviously, for other fights. Lando.
What? What'd you say?
Nothing.
Just parry hasting. They stack all of these because they know the full value of all the flurry cleaves and stuff like that, right? What was Fresh doing here? I'll just click the wrong button. Going to Cold Flame Strike. Nice. Tuscana Arcane Explosion. Going to Cold.
Yeah,
so even their mages aren't single target, right? They're doing AoE.
Can you explain parry hasting? Because I really have like semi-brief understanding of it, but I don't really fucking understand anything.
So, if you are in the front side of the boss, you have a higher probability to cause the boss to parry your attack. And based off of standard classic game mechanics, if the boss parries, that means their attack window is halved. So, using your standard main hand ability, let's say you have a 2-second swing time. If you get parried, you're now down to 1 second. So, and you also, a boss gets, that's what you call as a parry haste, is their attack window is now faster. But usually also when the boss gets parried, they have another attack coming at the standard time. Because bosses obviously aren't gonna, they don't work the same. So they have a standard attack window, and then they have a parry attack window, and they probably even have a dodge attack window, let's be honest. But if they have an attack coming at 2 seconds, they get parried from somebody else who is now hitting, they have a second attack that comes in at 1 second. So both of those attacks could hit at the same time. And if the boss does 2,000 damage per regular hit, that means that the tank just took 4,000 damage in 1 second. Therefore,
And it's also, if you
parry
have
haste.
like 3 people parry hasting, the boss is just consistently getting parries, which means it's just going to be attacking, you know, half the time.
At a
and
faster
it's gonna
rate.
stack up fast, right? Like it's not just one parry, right? One parry sucks, obviously. We don't really want that, but it happens. But if everybody's doing it and the boss is just in the constant state of parry, like he's gonna hit me twice as fast, twice as hard eventually, right?
Meatball, do you
And
have a swing
it's
timer?
how tanks get put down.
It's like a berserking on a boss that's already hitting our tank for a lot of damage.
On the big bosses, it's terrifying because they already hit hard, right? That's why it's really important. I say max melee range,
Did
like stay
Len
behind him and stay
have-
far behind him.
Who had a POV of that? Is there a video of the parry haste on?
There's a
Maxina?
log click. Yeah.
There's a
Len
vid,
has
yeah.
the
Just go
mod.
deep dive in a vid, Twitch VOD.
Let me see. I'll give you
Well,
a
that's what I
link.
was wondering
Shoots
if you
down
clipped
to
it.
go to Q
No,
anime
there's
boy.
probably no clip, but big and large or yeah, lens stream, whatever.
Let's see. Where was that?
I'm looking through my
Thursday?
streams to find it.
Yeah.
Bro, Gank out here getting harsh.
Hell yeah,
dude.
brother.
Yeah, I don't see
Yes,
it. in there,
sir.
so
Yeah.
I have to go to.
I'm
Yeah, Play-Doh,
fucking
you need
juiced.
That's okay.
It was
That's
was
okay,
this
that's
our
okay.
full
Gosh.
molten core or the one before our full molten
Yeah.
core? This is the full molten core, right?
Full.
Let me
It's the
let me.
second molten core. The first full. The second one.
Okay, I'm adding it to chat.
Wait, what are y'all doing?
Water view, baby.
I just
Oh, baby.
got 3 fresh 60s through a full BRD.
Good shit.
Did they
That
get
sounds
any
like
gear?
Okay.
Oh
this is
yeah,
gonna
we
be
were
Oh, yeah.
renting gear for these guys.
Carolina.
They got a couple upgrades.
Maxina. It was the
Weapon
opener,
upgrades
right?
too.
Yeah, right on the opener. Watch his health, but you can also like slow mow it and see.
Which
Wait,
what
where are they?
fight
They're
you
not
talking
even
Oh
about?
there yet.
no, watch 6 or big lens POV.
Oh, they're talking about parry hasting right now.
I mean,
I
I guess
want to.
this-
I want to see. I just want to see the. Right here. I just want to see it in a different perspective. Here, let's do.
I remember the
Jesus,
one time parry hasting was like a don't fucking let your pet parry haste was on patchwork. Like the hunters, I used to stand like where the healers stand, but then I had to stand like on the ooze to the
Why is
right
this
of
looking
patchwork
like
so that we
Garby
didn't parry
now?
haste and got behind the boss.
It'll like auto fix the resolution at some point. I don't know exactly how it works.
Yeah,
but
that's why I clicked on auto.
Because the boss can't parry you if you're behind it, right?
Correct.
correct.
See if it'll fucking. I don't really care about his camera so much as if we can watch the walk-in here. So
Watch
Len's
Len's
got some
HP.
time right here. We have a bird. Okay, so we need to see exactly what happens to Len here on the walk-in.
Just-
He gets
Bloodthirst
fucking
missed.
smoked.
Huge notification for everybody to see that he has no threat. You can see he did 982.
Probably an auto. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure somebody did somebody rip off the rip there. I'm
Played
not
on
sure.
healer.
About to find out. Boom.
He did. I don't see where his threat. Oh, his threat's here. Nothing's up established.
Well, it's 'cause he hasn't-
engaged yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right here, he has another Bloodthirst mist, right? No, he can't have that yet. We're only a second in. It's still up. Look at Len's health. He just got chunked to half. Boss hasn't turned around. We have Stokes on the damage meter. We have. What's that? That's not Polly, is it? I can't tell. We have Steam Horde on the damage meter, and the boss is still facing Len, or facing the raid. All of these damages right here is gonna parry. If somebody parries the boss, they just absolutely crush Len right here. Boom. Look at that hit. When did they start this fight? I already didn't even know.
That was like the lowest he got there. I'm pretty sure it was just that walk in right there.
They start the fight at 11. I think it was 11:40.
It's annoying as fuck to get on the right spot in the Twitch vibes.
Yeah.
You can't do like 10
12.
seconds or anything.
Yeah.
You can slow down the speed to like a quarter of the speed, but it's annoying.
Yeah, but trying to like pick exactly where I want
I have lens POV
So 12
too.
it. 1250. So right here, we're at Right here. They're walking in 15 seconds from... I don't even know what time it is right here. Yeah, 1... You'll see it down here left corner. We're at 113. This is engage now. So that was at 13 in 08. 13-13, the boss, like, look at that dodge. I don't know if that showed everything.
And drop it to 0.25 speed.
Yeah.
That way you can see every time his health gets chunked.
I think you can do this too. Yeah, it's a 10-second interval. Hank is pre-hotted. Bloodthirst miss. He did only just got 982 on the damage. We have Stokes that hit.
Look, like
I still
every
can't
pet
read
is
that.
already hitting the boss right there. It wasn't
Yep.
even just mine. Mine just got unlucky and got parried, so it showed up in logs. I guarantee you, dude.
I bet you if we go look at the logs and see like exactly what happened in this, we're at
They have
the boss started at 1304 and now we're at 1312, right? Like Len is half
The
health.
walking just takes forever.
There's the other chunk. This boss is hitting inside of a second window, 1 second, and he just hit Len in his most chonkiest gear for probably 1,000 right there. Gets fully healed up.
He
Lowest
doesn't
that you
use
can get
full
on the
mitt
walk-in.
on this fight, but yeah.
As much as you can, because
it's like it's not
the
like
way
low
that-
fed.
well, you need to survive the dispel web spray, right? So wearing as much mitigation
They
as
have
you
like
possibly can,
6 healers,
right?
Petri.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, you never know what can happen in that
Because
situation.
I mean, threat's an issue on this fight, so it can be. So he doesn't wear full mitt for that reason.
So the logs, it's 3.5 seconds. He gets hit 5 times. So from 1.6 on the start to 5.2 seconds in, he's hit for 2.8, 3.7, 2.8, 2.7, then 2.
Can you snip it and send it?
Yeah, it's
so I
already
can just pull it up.
Yeah.
Did you post it?
No, I'm posted. Just posted it in raid logs.
Okay. I'll just pull it up so everybody can see it.
Yeah, man.
Oh, nice. Can I open this separately? Or I have to do it like this? That's alright. It's alright. Clear idea what happens. So he had a shield on. Still foggy on what numbers this actually is, but anyway you look at it, what Maxina actually hit, or Maxina, 2850, absorbed 1184, got crushed for 3694, and then look at this batch window right here. 3 seconds, 0.87, 3 seconds, 0.120, 3 seconds, 0.7.
Half a
This
second,
is
bro.
all inside 1 second. So healers, importantly, you need to be casting and you need to not be cancel casting. So, you know, Plato, since you're here, you know, if you're presetting your freaking healing touch and you bob and weave, he's dead. So like I told you the other night, bro, send it. Mana is not an issue, right? You have unlimited mana to drink, right? You have mana pots during a fight, send it. Send it. Right? You know, thank God, because
did he die?
If he no, he lived, but he got to probably what it looked like was what, about 20%, Lando?
25, yeah.
Probably,
he
yeah.
pressed last stand right away too, so it jumped it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is that the one they can't Petri out of?
My ex
No, you
is
can
a
petri
boss.
out of it.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yes.
It's difficult
So,
to petri out of.
You will
Yeah,
die
it's
if you try to
pretty
petri out
hard.
of it.
You're at risk when trying to log in.
Yeah. So
But that goes to show parry hasting, right? Like, don't stand in front of
Yeah.
the boss unless we're two tanking it, whatever.
So when
'cause
you're
bosses
running
will swing
on
faster.
like the one that we got a main gen on AQ20, should we be running like really far around the back of him?
you just need to walk through and just get it. Like, don't hit the boss until you're
Oh.
behind.
Yeah.
Don't hit the
Like,
boss until you're behind.
you can go on the side and maybe sunder after, you know, that 90-degree angle parts to play safe, but yeah, you don't really have to do much.
What's
Yeah,
the actual angle
so-
for parry?
You have to
Not
almost
to
think
be
of it as in like a
exactly.
30-degree cone,
It's a 30.
and it might even be more depending on the boss's hitbox,
See,
right?
Because I thought you
Think-
could
think of
backstab
it as a
from
90
the
degree
side
kind of-
if you're like, you know, 91 degrees, like just slightly behind,
Yeah.
and opposed to being in front, you could backstab. I don't know if that's
Because
played Rogue in a
obviously, if you take Onyxia, right, Onyxia you can hit from freaking yards away, right?
while. I was
'Cause the
meleeing
hitbox is
from
so big.
casters.
You could be on the left paw, but you could still get hit with the breath, which is literally not even like 90. That's even higher than 90, right? So, my rule of thumb is just always be half-bodied or behind, because you never know what the hitbox actually looks like. And I'm sure you could probably do a lot of research and absolutely find nothing. So, good control. That's what we want to see. We want to see everybody grouping up, damaging these bosses
Man,
down.
it would be really helpful if like 40 people were in this chat right now.
Mm-hmm. As long as we can teach one person something, right?
Yeah.
One at a time is fine.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us here, you guys can teach other people, and you
Hooter
and, like
keyboard talk about.
getting into here and just be like, yo, man, like Jaws, like, or Gank's like, hey, Jaws, since you're around, like, how did you do more damage than me in AQ20? And Jaws like, all right, let's freaking look at this shit, right?
Yeah.
Freaking,
Bro.
you know.
Yeah. No, that's basically what I've been doing.
Oh,
It's
this is
cool. Everyone's
poly
been
stuff.
super helpful.
I actually want to watch this. Very clean fight for us.
Speak for yourself.
We get to see DeClone's lap around the.
Yeah. What's he doing?
I think the first
Bro, watch me, dude.
I want to watch that.
Watch me.
Oh, I fucked up
So,
on this one.
This
Me and Polly
this
in our OG
positioning
spot.
here. Two people.
That's
Fantastic.
me.
I'm over here by myself, where the druid should be. Calling you out. Go look at the Google Doc sheet. Actually, you know what? I already have it. Let me freaking just drag it over.
Bro, if I
Hello.
stand there, I get knocked into the fucking
No,
lava.
you don't. No,
You
you
did
don't.
last
I like
time
having
anyway, bro.
I mean, you're always at risk of getting knocked. Yeah, anywhere you are. It's just
What is
No,
this?
but like,
What is this right here? Is
there's
that
a
a
wall
druid paw?
behind me.
Is this a
Bro,
druid
there's
paw?
a wall behind me, bro.
Look at this wall. Look at this wall right here. You know the distance right here?
Mhm.
That's like 5 yards, bro. Like, it's the same
In
distance from
reality, it
here.
looks like
It
from
looks
here
bigger.
to China.
Yeah, I understand that. But if you got knocked in this wall, you take one lick of fire damage and you standing right back here, bro. Anyways.
Okay.
He went
Yeah,
for
yeah,
a
I
swim last time, dude.
So
That shit was
I'm
nuts.
here.
You didn't
I'm
see
here
it.
by myself. Cool. Bloomy's over here, so you can power shift. Great, because we don't want to have any mana in there, right? Melee's beanie. Look at, is this beanie back here? It is. Look at how big the Torn hitbox is, bro. He literally
Everybody
can
roll
stay in.
Torrens.
And this is, well, this is the problem though. If Beanie
actually-
doesn't back up to the lava, he can continue to hit Ragnaros and take a Wrath of Rag and die.
Well, he would pull
Like,
threat, like on the threat drop if he like nuked
That's
to
what I'm
get
saying. If he
We need
does,
more
if he
noggin
just stands
foggers.
there, right,
Yeah.
and doesn't move.
Deviates the light, please.
Theo, were you
Yeah,
moving here, Theo, or did you get
Just
knocked?
quick escape.
I was moving. I was out of range, and then I ran into the flames.
You talking about
yeah,
Lando?
yeah, that was a bad spot for me. I should have been right underneath the where the warlock and the mages. I should have been there.
Well, you have to be
No, to the
spread out
right.
here,
To
right?
the right.
And there's a wall right here. So it's good to be
Yeah.
a lot of people around here. And there's
The-
also like a rocking section over here.
Mhm.
So
The issue was where me and Delirian were originally, we couldn't reach the main tanks, so I had to pivot to the right. And then last raid, I made sure to get a better spot to heal.
Okay. So I'm gonna adjust it so that way there's more classification as like main heal 1, main heal 2, stuff like that. But like ideally, you like this positioning right here, it might be just out of touch of the healers, but then you just prioritize your grouping here. Like same thing for Poly. Poly's mainly only focusing on this grouping here, grouping here, grouping here. Like I'm healing main tank, main tank, main tank, main tank. Like we got a bunch of people here. So I can work on the positioning. I know.
Nah,
So
but if
you're
I go,
readjusting. That was a fire boom right there. We can see all 3 people got bonked. What is that? Korat? Cool.
Fuck is that, bro?
I don't know. I want to see why the melee
Bro,
got. Okay, melee out right here. Melee out.
What? Who's that hunter like running around back there?
That's
It's
probably
me.
Bray.
That's
Yeah, from being knocked.
Bro,
So
I got
melee, when we call for melee out here, obviously Degolin a little slow, Jaja a little slow, Undertow a little slow. Like, you guys got to be touching this back edge. Not taking fire damage, but touching that back edge, right?
Yeah.
Melee out. That's what we call. You guys are standing there. You're trying to get extra damage for no reason, right? You can get one shot from Wrath of Ragnaros, right?
Yeah.
Not greedy. This guy, clone, bro.
yo, what is this?
Man.
He never went out.
Stood there.
This is on
Okay.
the logs.
Evasion tank.
Here's a,
Show Oni where you
thing?
click the replay button to see this stuff.
I'll
This is
show you after.
wild.
I'll show
Yeah.
him after.
It's cool
Oh,
though.
going through. There's a knock right there. There's a Flame of Ragnaros. We're going.
There's no damage to me.
Going.
Weak ass boss. Stupid
I'm about to
bitch.
say,
We got
like,
a
no
lot of
damage.
heals going out. Here's another one. Landed. Sweet Jaxer Meatball. Took some damage.
Look, Corpse is like
Look at
top
this.
8 right now, dude. He's doing some damage, bro.
Right there.
The beauty of not having to go out on Wrath of Rag.
Second warrior. Somebody needs to do something about that, please. Thank you.
No, because they're gonna greet it.
Okay. I don't know what happened. Like, again, Stabs was too close. Steel too close. Like
I'm
you see
wrecking
people
on
moving
X-Ray.
out, right? You see people there. Look at that. Much better. Everybody moved. Everybody moved.
They learned after the
Perfect.
first one.
And then I want to see what happened here.
Look at them scooting a little bit back.
Somebody
go
over
swimming,
here got too close, and this got knocked. And I want to say, possibly, like maybe it was like a double. Like Storm got knocked this way, and then he was too close, and then they got targeted for a knock.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got top
Dude,
forward.
I didn't even notice they
I
went
want to
flying,
click
dude.
on our
Can't even see.
boy. Oh, the clone. He's right over here. Gets back in.
That's when I
Gets knocked
see.
again.
Yep.
Gets knocked again. And
He
instead of
looks towards the
crossing,
group. You can
instead
see
of
him think about
crossing
it.
here, right?
I was so
Instead of
bad.
crossing here,
I'm so
melee
sorry.
in. He's
that.
like,
What happened again,
I'm
boss?
gonna. Oh, I'm standing here now. I don't know what I'm doing.
Nah, he
Yeah,
was
I
considering.
was-
He's like, do I jump? Do I jump?
Yeah.
Nah, fuck it.
Did I run the whole way?
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
dude.
That was a glitch.
And then
I was griefing the whole guild that
Did he
day.
just disappear off my screen? Where did he go? He sprinted. He's coming somewhere. I don't know where he's at.
behind tanks and everything.
Oh, he's underneath.
Jump.
Is that him
He's
swimming?
coming around. You'll see him coming over here soon. Somewhere.
And he's dead.
He's vanished, bro.
I know he came over here, so I know he did, but yeah. Very, very clean though, overall. Want to make sure our totems and stuff, you call for out, get it, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Very
when
clean.
it's called like melee out, like you guys are gonna sit back on the tiniest, like you're gonna dip your heels in the lava. Like Fixer looks like he's in the lava right there, but you'll be like as far back as possible without taking fire damage, and then go in when we
Yeah, I was terrified of pulling threat that fight. I did the bare minimum.
In the last, the thing is if you are out of melee range, he can't target you. That's why you say melee out. And you get out in that batch window of 4 seconds on BBM that goes gray. That's the batch window, right? He could end up casting it early, he could cast it fucking late. So you just get out. Sometimes he doesn't cast it right away, and that's just DBM like giving us an idea, right? Like it just is what it is. But we did good. So, to Plato, wondering where this is, replays right up here, brother. So your standard screen looks like this.
Bro, that's fucking wild.
Come in,
Yeah.
You can
you
check
hit replay, and then you can.
There's
click
no
on it.
hiding.
what
There's
buffs
no
you
hiding
press,
your
like, what-
shittiness.
We can figure out what button you press 3 seconds
So-
into like a certain trash fight. Like
You
it
can
got
click
everything.
your frame on the bottom right when
Yeah.
you click replay. There's all the names. You can like click yourself.
You
can
can
click
watch
other
exactly
people.
what you. Yeah, exactly.
See all your
Oh.
consumes and everything. interrupt.
I will be right back. So,
Chugging.
yeah, you guys want to talk more? I'll talk more. Bye. One sec.
Let's talk shit about this guy, dude.
Daily backdoor.
Bro, I got kicked
All right, now that he's
to the
gone,
moon.
Now that he's gone.
Commander's really he can just spam Sheep Ragnaros until he's dead. It's pretty fucking easy.
Yeah, honestly.
You don't need all this crazy stuff.
All this weird
Who,
shit.
who needs mechanics when you just turn him into a turtle?
Spam Sheep. Dead.
Could you imagine turning a raid boss into a fucking sheep?
That would be so awesome.
Can't believe I give Blizzard $15 a month and I can't turn Ragnaros into a fucking sheep.
Yeah. The fuck?
How long? you
Customer's
even go
always
to
right. What
$50
happened to
a
that?
month?
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about how long I've been giving them $15 a month for, but
Can't even go to the barbershop in game in Classic, bro.
yeah, bro. Actually, they low-key need to add that back into Classic.
Yes. I had to
If
kill my
they
hunter.
change nothing but adding the barbershop, I'm down for it.
Hey, bro.
Look, dude,
Barbershop
every
and
time I
dual
log
spec
in right now,
Barbershop
I
and dual
see-
spec when?
I mean, anniversary, bro. Hop over.
Fuck. What am I, gay?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. What if you are?
Like that South Park
Right.
episode where he's like explaining what gay is to the judge. Like dudes on Harleys revving their engines in the neighborhood. Yeah, that's totally gay.
They're not actually gay.
They're just gay. That's right. That's right. Dude, I need one more ogre beads, man. I am
Bro,
farming.
Stop
I am
ripping the anal
farming.
beads out of the ogres. Stop ripping their anal beads out, yeah?
Yeah, I need them. I need them for my quests. Which is great.
God only knows what you want to do with them.
And suck them. I learned that. So every 5 of these kills, I get 1 gold and just silver that they drop. They're dropping 15 to 23 silver a piece. So I'm not doing too bad over
Yeah,
here.
Undertow was saying that pretty good farm.
Yeah. I've gotten like 8-9 stacks of rune cloth in 2 hours.
Oh.
Where?
The ogres outside Dire Maul.
The elite outside.
Oh, yeah.
This is a dangerous area for me to be alone.
Yeah.
It is the best
Southern
fucking
Barrens.
You're in the Barrens?
The Field of the Giants with the Silithid.
Oh.
With the bugs? No, you're fine.
Yeah, with the bugs, bro. Insane, right?
Nah, you're chilling, bro.
What class?
I'm not really. Actually, I am doing a quest. Egg hunt.
Oh, as shaman?
Silithid
You
eggs.
don't have the fucking.
What you gotta
whatchamacallit
do
totem yet?
for that
No, I
quest?
didn't
Are you a
do it.
shaman or a hunter?
He's on a
I'm
shaman.
a shaman now, yeah.
Plato, what you gotta do
okay.
is get the blood shard, razor thorns, and then
Oh,
those...
bro, I'm like 10 to 10
I'm-
buffed right
no,
now.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'll
but
do.
the-
I'll do one better. There's a better way to do that as a shaman. When you pull a swarmer, you drop a stone claw. The level 1 little dudes that spawn don't do enough damage to kill your stone claw. Then after you kill the swarmer, you drop a fire nova.
Yeah, but if you get the
Yeah.
thorns buff, they just die.
That's right.
They
Yeah,
hit you
but-
once. and
Buff
then
kills
dead.
him immediately.
Yeah, but
you don't gotta worry about it.
imagine taking damage when you could just not take the damage.
Or you could just drop a fire Nova totem and it kills it without the Stoneclaw.
Wrong, because
And you're doing damage.
Fire Nova Totem puts itself on the taunt meter and the threat meter. It literally just taunts the mobs and you kills itself.
Yeah, I
if
mean,
you
it
don't
doesn't
have
do
the
that much
aggro on the stupid fire nova. No, it's
That's okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's see
Mr.
if you-
Warriors and gank. Warriors and gank.
Crazy.
Yeah.
How they massacred my boy.
Yeah, I know I'm bigger.
I mean, we
Makes
got.
sense.
Oh
Hey.
my goodness.
That'll change when I get these shoulders on.
Gank's officially a warrior. He got his Hodge, dude.
And Hodge.
Yeah.
And he's got a
That's
fucking
amazing.
weapon he can swing. He's not useless, dude. Get him in there.
I mean, I want to get him in here, but we gotta make sure that
Piss
he's
off.
pumping those numbers up. Okay.
Look at that. What's that up top?
Pumping
Is
those
that, my,
numbers
is
up.
that me?
Oh.
Ah, little old me.
Are you looking, Gink? Are you looking?
That little old me.
My Discord cutting.
Tunnel.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Bro, wait till the boom
Yes,
goes
I am
up,
watching. I've been watching.
No, I'm just back now, so like let's get into this. Like let's
All
try
right.
to make sure that we can understand exactly what everybody can do.
Okay.
Right? And the first thing that goes is obviously damage. We can see. Jaja was having keyboard issues. Let's say it was not at this moment. It was later in the day. Griefer.
Oh, he spilled water on his.
Yeah.
Oh, this
So,
is 20s? Yeah.
If we want to take a look here, Steel is a Tauren, right? He's got no Edge Masters, Coral Blade, Thrash Blade. Jaja's got Edge Masters, Dowrend, and Corehound Tooth. Didn't we go over this, Jaja?
We reviewed this.
What's that, Steel?
We did review this.
Oh, squat, no.
Oh, piss.
Who died?
Oh, Squatman.
Really? What happened?
Is 35.
He's all
His ult,
35.
his ult.
His ult.
Oh.
I'm not even in game. Damn it, Squat.
Yeah, it's scared me. I
Anyways.
tabbed in.
Did you review? It's okay, Steel. Like I'm not. Like I'm just going over things, right? So people could understand.
Oh yeah.
So
I was just letting you know, like if you were trying to tell us specifically that we did, but if it's a good example, then go for it.
no. What is a good example is you're a Tauren, correct?
Yep.
And you don't have Edge Masters, and
Yep.
you're doing more damage than a man that has Edge Masters.
Your gaming is specific.
Which honestly, where's your Edge Masters?
I'm working on them. They're 14.
No, not you. I'm talking about Jaja here, who's got.
What's up? I forgot to put him on some of the fights.
This.
What a
this,
fucking
what?
loser.
Oh, good.
Alright.
Don't look at ZG from the other day.
Step number one is to not overcomplicate anything that you're trying to do in any raid. So if you're trying to min-max swapping your gloves, just leave them on, brother.
I just forgot to put him on when I got there.
It's something that does take
It's okay.
practice that I was still even fucking up. So
After the-
I mean,
yeah.
it's
But-
it's easy to forget.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just saying, like, just leave them on, and you're like, we won't have the problems.
What are
here.
you swapping them out for? Sack
How'd you
guns
know I
or
wasn't
what?
wearing them?
No,
It
he
says
said
blood
he
soaked
just
gauntlets right here.
forgot to equip
Yeah,
them in
yeah.
the beginning.
Oh,
I forgot to
fuck
equip
that,
them
yeah.
when we got in there, and then after like
I
the
would
first
just keep
boss, I
edges on
realized
at
as
that
I
point.
If you're
every execute.
watching, I'm literally hovering your gear for this fight.
I see that, but I didn't realize you.
So, blood-soaked gauntlets is what you're wearing. So you're wearing tank gauntlets for I don't know what reason.
But what's weird is this for a boss fight or is this overall?
This is a boss for Kieran.
Oh, I see. I didn't see you had that part selected. Okay, yeah.
Wow. So you're not
Yeah.
watching. Got it. But also we did run the Sims, right? Double Dowrend was better than Dowrend Core Outfit. It's fine. You want to use a shiny weapon? It's okay. Guess what? You're underneath a dude that doesn't have edges.
Well, I didn't have any either, so.
Obviously. Obviously.
Somebody had edgies, goddammit.
Obviously. And what's even crazier here is you can look at total active time, right? Like, Ja, if you were obviously not fucking about, your active time was better than Steel, so you add, like, your damage could have been, like, up in this Quinn, area. You could have definitely, how Quinn lost a corpse, oof. Man,
Tank.
my
It was a
boy,
bad fight.
What
I mean, I'm not-
happening here,
High
brother?
level parse, baby. Come on now. I press my buttons bad.
Parses aren't everything, bro. Like, you could have
High-level
done way
percent.
better, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
Wait a
fucking
minute.
tank.
Wait,
I don't know
CTS
why
in the
that
main hand,
fight
bro?
was so bad.
Yeah, I didn't
really
swap
don't
them. I
understand
didn't
why.
swap them.
This guy
I
doesn't
wasn't-
listen to
I
Molly,
wasn't
bro.
feeling it.
He
Mulligan
doesn't-
had a suggestion, and I said I would consider it, and I considered it.
Can we
This is
figure
like
out why
Boulder
my damage
logs,
was
right?
so low in that fight?
The
Or
damage from
not.
Fellstriker
We can-
is atrociously bad as opposed to CT.